So, when last we were together, the mission on hand was to scout out the base of the Sahuagin. They had taken over the fortress of the Lizardmen and had sunken it down into the sea somehow through their magics. You had traveled underwater towards us. Actually, you went by boat first and then went down underwater and traveled through the submerged landscape that had all been once upon a time above water. Um, Traveled through the sunken landscape until you got up to the edges of the mountain, found a pathway in through an old guard entrance that looked like it must have been done by the lizardmen. It was very rough hewn, disused, almost forgotten. That brought you up to a entrance to a back of a cell with a large block, a huge block that was over the top of it. The two muscle-bound guys pulled out of the way and discovered inside it a large dead sea eel of some sort, giant eel. Clearing that out of the way and going through the next door opened up into a large room with a slightly bit higher ceilings that was actually, they call it work stone, where someone's actually gone through and carved out the edges and smoothed it out and stuff, and so it's not like the rough hewn like you were in. The worked stone area had 15-foot ceilings rather than 10 foot of where you were, and opened up to the left and right with cells along both sides, and at least along the side you were on, all the way running down it. Across and down the room then were three large Sahuagin, much more muscle-bound and evil-looking than you've ever seen before. The ones you guys have dealt with before, these are much bigger ones. And they were torturing some Lokatha, which is this humanoid-looking catfish creature, laughing about it and having fun, just sort of, messing with the guy. And I think that's where we were at.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out how to get from one end of the hallway to the other. Whether we were gonna fight him or not.
No, we had Orden had already set the scent of blood, the faint scent of blood out.
Oh, that's right.
Coming at us. So it's just coming back to me now.
Basically, we literally just we're just about to roll initiative and start combat.
That is what I remember too. What's the massive token in the middle?
That's the dead. After you, DM.
You go ahead.
That's the dead rotting eel that was in the room we opened the door. Oh yeah, that's right. Mal's still invisible.
And Nasir and I are still death warded. Thanks again.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I cannot turn off the token name tags. Every time I unclick it and hit save settings, it goes right back on again. That's new.
Oh yeah. I can just erase my name.
Oh, there is that, huh?
I know who I am. The hooligans don't need to.
It's just so big. Everybody takes up so much room.
Yeah, he does have a mouthful.
Yeah, here's two. And let's make him dead, so now he's dead. Okay. Are you with us in form as well, Brandon?
Not quite yet.
Okay, that's fine. I can roll for you.
My cat had chewed through chewed straight through my charger cord from my laptop, so I've got to get my backup one out.
You still have a cat?
Yeah, I still got a cat.
Okay. It wasn't like Christmas vacation type of thing where the cat just gets fried in the tree. Okay.
One fried pussycat.
But it should be up in the next like 10, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. I'll probably be online like on the actual Roll20 page.
Slow boot up.
Yeah, I gotta download Discord on my other computer and set everything up real quick.
Oh God. Thanks, Kitty. Those are like $90 too.
Yeah, fucker.
Ugh.
He's lucky I love him. Other than that, I swear.
That's pretty normal for cats in my experience.
Chewing through cables.
And through cables, turning off computer stuff, just generally getting in the way. Yeah, that's pretty normal. Like last Thursday, we were all playing all of a sudden, basically, just everything started shutting down, and everyone's like, "What happened?" We get a text from our friend, be like, "Cat unplugged the power strip. Be right back." We're like, "Oh yeah."
Right on cue for him.
Well, I will go ahead and roll initiative then, and we'll roll. I will run Rakir for now.
Oh yeah, that's a great initiative.
Yeah, I think you said we were essentially getting surprise for the first round, so we can kind of just narrate what we were all going to do for the 1st round, and then we'd go into full initiative, right?
Yeah. Oh, here he comes.
Yeah, hello.
There you are.
Hey.
I gotta say, for having a fairly beefy initiative modifier for a wizard, I get the shittiest initiative rolls.
I mean, that's the die 20 in a nutshell.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he rolled a 1 this time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, now I clicked on a meta sheet and I can't get it to.
Are we in adventures or city?
Adventures. Have to refresh. Be right back.
How have you guys been?
Good, yourself?
I've been up for like the last 2 days, just finishing up work in this particular semester.
Oh.
That's why I was late. I fell asleep in my chair.
How much longer do you have to go?
I'm done now.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Have you started hallucinating yet from the lack of sleep?
I've actually done that before, but no, I've not yet. Once I start asking why you fully animated the maps, you can you can make those assumptions. And today is a classic Thursday.
Yes, it's slow.
Yeah.
I just had to refresh because I couldn't get something even to close for me. Alright, let's try group initiative and see what happens. Ooh, it worked.
Nice.
Funny, I don't see the tracker icon though. Oh, because it's on a critter I can't see. That makes sense.
And will roll for Brandon. And I won't roll very well. That'll teach you. Okay.
Holy shit. Is Gary the first to go in our group with a 10? I swear I saw somebody. Oh no, Odo rolled a 17. He just didn't make it onto the tracker. I didn't. Not for me anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that.
Oh, try to roll. Click on your dude and roll again. I'll just edit the number. There's a, and I'll just make it a 17.
Sorry.
All right, you're good. I got you on the board now. Oh, I cheat you again. Okay. So again, the room in front of you is about 20 feet wide. It goes over to another entrance. You've got the Sahuagin there who were working with their victim. Doors along the other side. That thing that looks like a door across the way is not. It's just a portal, an archway that goes through, carved out of a different colored stone. Orden had cast a... What was it? You want to describe? Do you remember what exactly that was? I remember the blood smell, but I don't remember the purpose.
Yeah, it was. I think it was a prestidigitation or minor illusion. Minor illusion, maybe one or the other, either or. I said just a really faint smell of blood, and let it continue to really slowly get stronger until they just barely noticed it. And then when they rushed into the room, I think our plan was to take them out quickly and quietly.
Oh, where you're at right now? Draw them into the hallway?
Yep.
Check.
Am I right?
Yeah, I
Anybody
believe that
else
was what
remember?
was going on.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, Thorn was trying to stay close enough to the door to watch them, like see if they were coming up and approaching.
I was thinking. So I think I was mistaken in that the Staff of Power, since the magic missile was one charge, my thought was you could spend multiple charges on it, but I don't think that's the case. I'm doing some research. So best I can do, because my thought was I could probably take most of one of them out with just a really high magic missile. I could burn a 4th level slot to do that. That's guaranteed damage on one.
Well,
They seem
keep
pretty.
in mind, my idea, my contribution was going to be basically casting hypnotic pattern, which
Oh right.
had the possibility of incapacitating anywhere from like none of them to all of them. And it lasts a minute, and once they're incapacitated, they don't get to roll the saving throw. So we can then just basically, focus fire them one by one. So the idea was whichever one of them basically starts sort of just like wandering around, like gazing off into nowhere. Don't hit those until the other ones are dead.
Yep, that is coming back now.
Yeah, I believe the plan was for Thorn and I were going to attack one of them together. Right.
Yeah, whichever one didn't appear stunned.
Okay, so with that then, do you want to do your hypnotic pattern then on the round before while he's doing his scent?
Well, I think the idea was basically to let him put the scent out there, and then once they all got kind of like close enough that I can get them all within the pattern, then I'd zap them. Then depending on basically on how many resisted it, that would kind of the rest of the party would kind of basically decide what they wanted to do in terms of basically their attacks and whatnot.
Well, and in that case too, shouldn't maybe the 4 that are up front be back a little ways so we could let them get into the hallway? I'm just afraid we're gonna get ads from down that hall since it's not a door but just an opening.
James, I'm in the game now, but it seems my character is not assigned to me at the moment. I'm sorry for interrupting, guys.
That's right.
You good?
I'm still waiting to load into the game myself.
Still trying to load.
I think Gary is an octopus. Just remembered that too.
Okay, I'm just going to delete Thorn and drag him back out.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't really have a plan to actually get past these guys. So pretty much you have to basically fight them and then kind of like accept whatever happens. Either that or we turn around and go back out and go try the southern approach, which is a possibility actually.
No, I like starting here. Everything just got weirdly grainy in here for some reason. I like starting here for sure. We just got to try to take them out quick and quiet is all. And if we can't, yeah, you're right. We deal with the fallout.
It got grainy because I have to give him his magic lighting finger back again. So Thorn was your one light source going on here. Everybody else was using night vision.
Oh yeah, I forgot it was a finger.
Yeah.
Yeah, because from here it's basically pretty much a straight shot south until we go a couple more rooms in, and then a crossroad, and then going either east or west there will lead us to the way up. Problem being that we don't really know what we're looking for specifically.
Right. If and one of these guys did appear to be some sort of in charge, some sort of lieutenant, correct? I feel like I remember you saying
There's 3 dudes and they're all huge.
And then I thought one was wearing a different color or set apart somehow from the others.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Let me show you the picture. These guys are pretty cool. Okay. So then we begin.
Orden would ask the guys on the front, oh, so you're against the walls now.
Yeah.
Is the doorway taking up both of these? Or is there enough room for Meta to kind of hide behind the wall there so they're not going to see him before they get through the door?
Let's see. Well, the way the rooms look like for the other rooms is it's a 10-foot wide doorway and a 15-foot wide room. So Meta is, or Rakir actually is behind a door while Thorn is behind a wall.
In that case,
I mean, Thorn can
kind of
if we're
whisper up.
planning on getting seen, Thorn can. Go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead, brother.
Oh, I'm saying Thorn could he could just back up, kind of stand in the middle of the room if we're planning on trying to hypnotize him anyways. Just so as they see him in the middle of the room, they kind of approach anyways, and then you can hit him with that. I mean, Thorn plans to get seen anyways.
Are you off your new headset? It's all crackly again.
Yeah, not until I get this Discord on the computer.
Okay.
It sucks.
Damn cat.
So my worry is, and Orden would be up here whispering this, relaying it. His worry would be that the first guy's going to get here, see everybody, stop, and then Nasir's not going to have enough room to get everyone in the effect. Whereas if we're back a little ways, maybe let them get into the room. If we can get most, if not all of them, into the room, then he could cast it on all of them.
That's a valid point.
Okay, well, I don't want you to overthink it too much because you already sort of cast your spell.
Well, if that's the case, Thorn will back up and just try to get somewhere he can be hidden then.
Well, you're hidden behind the wall. I think everybody's hidden really. Until one guy gets inside, then they'll see.
Odo.
Yeah.
As long as
I can tuck behind that little outcropping there until things go down, if need be.
There's also a humongous dead sea eel in this room, which is covering up a lot of the area. I mean, Mal, if you wanted, you could try to hide behind it with a stealth roll easily.
I'm invisible still.
You don't even need to. Odo, you could try to hide behind the dead sea.
With pass without traits, for everyone in this room.
Yeah, that'll be easy enough.
And we're all still affected by
Alright.
that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I guess we should probably just do stealth rolls and see if we can try to all hide with that nice +10 bonus.
Yep, and I thought these things smelled bad on the outside. Okay.
Would you do the honors of rolling for me, James? As I'm still not loaded in.
You're still not loading. You may need to refresh. I had to refresh.
I have. I
Oh
have.
no. Okay.
Try Firefox if you're not.
That's what I use these days. I don't even try any of the other ones.
You know
Yeah.
what? I'll give that a shot.
Yeah, I tried Firefox, and it was kind of weird for me, so I used Chrome instead. But it seems to be a little bit different for everyone.
Yeah, I can't DM with Firefox, but playing is a little quicker.
Fair.
So what is a +10 on that because of the
Yep.
password
Yeah.
trace? Okay.
James, could you
Thorn
assign
will
me
also
a-
try to get inside this deal as well, somewhere.
Ah, there we go. You guys are right. Internet Explorer works just fine.
Okay. Just try a different browser every time.
Amazing.
Hey James, sorry to be a pain in the ass. Could you possibly assign another character sheet to me just so I can put the octopus stats out there? Otherwise, I'm going to be referred back and forth instead of rolling from the sheet.
You
I
mean
can
you
get
need
everything.
you need an
set up.
octopus?
Yeah, or you can just assign another sheet to me and I'll make it an octopus.
No.
Ah, there we go. I can see again.
We've already got Gary out there that's signifying it. I just need. In fact, don't worry about it. I'll just look at the stats and roll the dice and add the mods. It's not a big deal. It's not like he can attack anyway.
Okay.
Do I already have an initiative number for this, by the way?
It does look like you're on the board. You better roll one.
There you go. And we're all rolling for stealth.
This is for Gary the octopus, and underwater he gets advantage on these.
Oh, weird. They never gave a token to the octopus. It's not set up properly. What about this one? There was one.
It's not a big deal. It's not
It's
worth.
gonna be your familiar for the whole time. Might as well. Okay, so is everybody on the board? We ready to roll it?
All right, I'm dropping out of this chat. I'm hopping on the laptop. Okay.
Okay.
See, I'll be 1 second.
It's all right. We'll get there. It reminds me of my first class that I tried to teach with a one of those giant display boards where you can touch the screen and move things around. Spent hours setting it up. Actually, spent days setting it up, and then it didn't work. There's
Never
a whole
works
night
right the
of
first time.
yeah, the whole night of just fighting with this stupid thing.
Way back when I was in 7th grade, my poor professor, or not professor, teacher at the time, tried setting that up. He looked like he was so disappointed when that thing didn't work, cause he had made a point to tell us he purposely didn't buy like expo markers for the whiteboards,
Yeah.
cause he had this.
Okay, so
No, that is not all right. We cannot hear you.
Yeah, you were super quiet. At first, I thought it was hallucination.
Mm,
I barely thought I heard it too, and I was like,
Yeah,
maybe
I just heard
mentioned something this time.
Is that all right? Can you hear me? I'm like, wait, did I hear that?
All right. Any better?
There you
you're
are.
you're gonna start
All
freaking
right.
me out.
All right, James. I just figured out an easy solution because you can just drag and drop. So I just turned him into an octopus, and then I can just turn him back into an owl.
now that I got it there.
I know.
Cool. I'll deal with that
Pain in
later.
the
Then.
ass. Sorry.
Yeah, I was trying to do it, but it's being really weird tonight. I cannot open his character sheet. So I click on octopus and absolutely nothing happens.
Just
Weird.
Thursday, you know.
It's a night. But we'll move on. We'll deal with it another night. Okay.
And as long as Nasir is ready, of course, Orden wouldn't do the blood smell until he knew everyone was where they wanted to be.
Yeah, Nasir is basically waiting where he wants to be. So basically, once he hears them all sort of shuffling close together, he'll sort of just step out and slap them with the spell and see what happens.
Rakir, are you sure you don't want to be a little bit further back with the others, or are you still not in the game?
I'm good. I can see. I think I'm behind this door though.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I think if they open the door, you're going to be the first and only thing they see, like standing right there.
Well, you've opened the left door already.
Yeah, I was what was that? I think I was on the ceiling or something though.
You could do that. It's
Last
10
time.
feet up. The
Yeah.
doors are 10 feet too, though.
Yeah, I think I've got a 28 on this stealth. I think I'm gonna be okay.
You're good. All right. 2, 3.
It's yeah, 18 plus 10, right? So should be fine.
5. Gets to there.
My plate armor doesn't make noise underwater.
Fair.
Oh, good lord.
Dang.
James, remember to add 10 to whatever people rolled to for.
Yep. Absolutely. So you hear a weird noise from the creature in front of you. Nobody seems to speak Sahuagin, I don't imagine.
No.
Nope.
There's no spell stopping for language or anything at this point.
Nope, I have this spell, but I'm not going to be using it right now.
Okay, so you hear this weird noise that seems to end in more of a pop and a hiss at the end of their speaking.
Well, he just stands there.
He does his first stands there, glances back over to the left, and makes the pop hiss noise.
Make the blood scent just a little stronger.
And he does a charge in there at that point. You see his eyes flare as you make the blood scent stronger. His eyes sort of become all pupil, and he goes rushing in there with a hissing sound.
Do we see anybody behind him?
The other guys don't get to go yet, but looks like they're moving. Whoever can possibly see over there.
I
Or
don't
at least
think
you can
any of
hear
us.
noise.
Yeah, I don't think any of us can technically.
You can hear the sound of claws scraping on the floor and splashing noises as someone's swimming. And that's his full move as he gets in. Who did he actually see?
Buddy with the plus 10 added on to nice rolls.
And Rakir, are you finally on the board here? You go ahead and roll
Yes,
your
I'm
stealth.
good.
There you are. No, you aren't.
I've already rolled my stealth.
There you are. And Thorns are as well.
Am I on the initiative board?
So, yeah, the only one he seems to see is Thorin. So, Thorin, you see this thing come swinging into the room. Its eyes fixed and large, is just trying to get through the huge eel. You're going to get 3/4 cover as he tries to attack you.
Hey James, I think I think we have a surprise round, but I also think Meta got skipped because he rolled a 20.
Where is he on the board? Oh, he's at the bottom. We didn't resort when he finally came in.
And I only say the thing about the surprise round is I feel like that's what you said Monsieur.
I thought
or
that's
Adam
what the
mentioned that.
blood scent was and that stuff.
Okay.
Otherwise, he's not going to move at all. What would you like to do? Actually, we'll start with that.
The plan was, I believe, originally that I was just going to ambush ready in action to ambush the first person who walked in here. So I was just waiting my turn for that.
Okay, we will hold you. We can do an attack on the first person that comes through. He's going to... Then if we get a surprise round, he's not going to do anything. Odo, what would you like to do?
I guess I misunderstood. Because I thought the plan was to try to get him in here, and then you had said that we would have a round to move out of order in whatever turn made sense before we went into like combat. Right? Or did I mix that up?
I don't know how to do a surprise round that isn't a surprise round. Because if he's moving into something that you guys have drawn him into where he's now alert to go in there, is it still a surprise?
Basically,
True.
well,
He brings up a fair point.
I guess the only one that he would only be not surprised versus the ones he actually perceives as he comes in,
That would make sense.
which would be Thorin. Isn't that how it works?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay,
Sure.
so correct me if I'm wrong.
No.
Okay, so he charges in. As he charges in, you get to go though, Rick here. As this guy comes charging in, he starts pulling back his big old trident to try to jab through this fish in the way at Thorin, but doesn't see you.
Right.
Do you get advantage for surprise?
You get advantage for being an unseen attacker.
the problem is typically as soon as he stepped out, if it was did Thorin beat his perception?
He beat Thorin's he beats Thorin's stealth roll, but that's
So-
the only person he saw.
Yeah, so if the person's seen, then he wouldn't get advantage. If Thorin was basically was actually hidden, capital H hidden, when the guy moved in, then Thorin can pop up from behind the eel and attack him with advantage. Otherwise, it's just normal.
Okay, so Rikier, go ahead and take an advantage on that one. You can hit with both those attacks. Your first one hits and the second one crits.
Awesome.
Nice.
That's 7 damage initially and 19 damage. Plus that. Got a total of 26 on him.
Yeah.
Badoosh.
The big guy, it's the first one stabs into him a little bit, gets tangled up a bit in his armor as you rip it free. The second swing comes through, guts him pretty good, but you can tell that this is no ordinary fighter. As he sort of turns his head and looks over at you and locks eyes at you.
Whew.
He still takes his swing then at Thorin. Do you have anything else you wanted to do?
No, that'll be at the end
Okay.
of my turn. Sorry. I gotta hit the
That's right.
button.
Wasn't yours. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Oh, good lord. Thorin, this big guy. What is 3/4 cover? Anybody know off the top of their head? Was it +2 REC?
+5.
5.
+5. So that moves you up to what, a 26, Thorin? I think he's still trying to connect up his mics. I hear a hissing and a whisper. It's like a voice from the other side.
Is this what happens if we put our ear to the portal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in Poltergeist. Mother, is that you? What is your armor class normally? 20, so you'll have a 25.
Go to the light, Thorin.
I'll let you try to figure that out. This big guy stabs forward with his huge trident spear, and you see it hitting in this weird blur of strikes as he sort of pummels it 3 times into you.
Oof.
Miss. Miss. Good thing you got cover. Miss as he starts chewing this big giant eel into chum. Just stab, 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 stab. Makes some sort of noise at the end of that, just weird hissing of scream noise. Odo.
Alright, since Rakir attacked him, and definitely seems like he's seen us, I will unleash 2 javelins. Are they with advantage?
They are indeed. Second one hits.
Okay. And as you see the javelin fly over the eel, you're going to see a bunch of small little crustaceans that were like nomming at the eel fly towards the Sahuagin.
Oh, nice.
So 14 piercing damage in total.
Cool. You can tell at this point now you've
Alright.
actually done some damage to this guy. He's sort of reels back a little bit. Noise comes out of him as he's fighting at these little critters that are gnawing away at him. And go ahead and hit your end of turn on yours. Nasir, is it? Whose turn is it now? Where is Nasir? Is he underneath? Oh, he's way back there.
Nasir's way back there.
Our little counter thing's not bouncing around. We must have lost that.
It's the wisp now.
Oh, that
Oh.
makes sense.
That's why. Where's the wisp? Oh, it's way back there. That's why.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, barely.
Damn, okay.
Quiet, but you're there.
Is that any better?
Same.
Same.
How about
Quiet,
that?
but clear.
Yeah.
That's better, but still quiet?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'll just keep tweaking it as we go.
I'll just crank you up until you fix it.
Yeah. And we'll know when you fix it.
Yeah. Ow!
Yeah.
So Nasir, what did you do with your little wisp? I'm sorry.
Up, he moved to position himself up into the other room.
Okay. Oh, I see him. And now it's one of these guys again. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. That's as far as he can go, and he's done. I'll give him a perception check, though. Oh, I see why I'm having problems. Pop-up blocker. Allow pop-ups. Oh, please refresh my screen. Thanks. That's better. Oh, he doesn't see nobody. Okay. He's tied down. So you can now see the 3 of them crowding the entrance there.
All right. At this point, can I release my spell then?
Yes, you can.
All right.
No, we can't use that box. We got my cool icon we got for you.
Yeah, but I can't.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but I can't move that.
Ah!
Oh, I didn't make it available for you.
Is it working now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I basically just drop it just on the Sahuagin. That's easy enough.
I'll let you drag it out then. That way you can move it. I thought you could though. It says everybody can.
Oh,
do it.
really? That's weird.
Hey Brandon, say something else for me.
Hello?
All right, turn Brandon down. Because now he's like feedback.
Yep. So if you just enough to catch.
Just on between.
Yeah, if you have a feedback thing, you might want to turn it down just a notch, Brandon. It's. Okay, you caught all of that area. So the whole area in front of you splashes out. It only lasts for a second though, right?
Yep. It's just basically instantaneous basically effect that basically I believe does basically daze them for up to a minute.
And let me try a group check. What is it? It's a charisma for you, right?
Will this affect me?
Is he?
I think I want people he choose.
Oh, good lord!
Is that better now? Echoes and stuff?
It's
You're really loud now.
really loud and a lot of feedback.
And a lot of feedback, okay.
Getting
Yeah,
there.
like reverb or
So
Is that better?
It is. Sounds like you're in a
Yeah.
wind tunnel, but it's better.
so each of them needs to make
How about that?
That's good.
better. If we can turn you down. If
All
need be.
right.
Yes, each of them needs to make a wisdom save, DC 15.
Oh, because it's not your spell. Is it wisdom or is it charisma for you?
Oh, no. It's charisma sets the DC, so it's DC 15. But they must make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, fascinating. Okay. Wisdom 15. Here we go. Let's see if we can do a group check. I've been wanting to use this macro.
Oh, and you just collect them all and basically click it and they'll roll each individually.
Yeah, and it worked. And they
Okay,
all missed.
so
Ooh, I
So
like
they're all-
that.
so they're all dazed now, or no, they're all charmed, incapacitated, and speed of 0. So basically, they can do jack squat for 1 minute.
Are we allowed to restrain them?
See, you can restrain or kill them one by one if you want.
Because don't we need one of them to figure out what their plan is? Wasn't that what we were sent here for?
I mean,
To
yeah,
figure out what their
I mean,
plan?
we can just restrain all 3 of them.
It's a whole lot of meat to deal with once they snap out
Yeah.
of it.
Oh, we can't talk to him anyways, can we?
They might speak common once they wake up.
Or we
We
have
can't,
spells we can cast, but
Oh, that is true. The spells.
There's also the guy right here who might be able to help us.
Just give me 1 hour. I can interrogate them.
All right.
Plus, if we just need to capture one of them, we can take them back to the assembly, and maybe one of them would be able to talk to him.
Arden says, you see the size of him though? Like, I'm not about killing defenseless creatures, but look at him.
I would
All
say
it takes
it's
is
not.
for one of them to get free.
I would say it's not. Well, I don't want to use the word sporting, but
And this year would recommend basically grouping up and beating the pizzle out of them one by one to knock them low on health and knock them unconscious and stabilize them.
let's do that then.
Yeah.
All right.
Mal will move up to the entrance while they're doing that. Oh, we're still in combat, aren't we?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
So go ahead and Nasir, go ahead and kick your. You did your spell. It wasn't even your turn really, because that was a held thing.
Yep.
It was actually whose
It
turn
was their
was
turn.
that?
It was the champions' turns.
And so then it became
Carries.
Gary the octopus.
So his movement will get him to there as an octopus, and he's tiny, so I'm thinking he can weave in and out of these big guys. He's gonna dash, which will get him out to there, or actually there. But what I'd like is for him to look around and make sure we're not gonna get any friends coming down this hallway or anything else in this room on a quick scan.
And what is Mr. Octopus's perception abilities?
It is a 10 in this moment.
But how does he hear, see, smell?
Oh, he has dark vision out to 30 feet. Just sees like normal. Passive perception of 12. That's a little better than the roll.
Okay, now he's got his 30 feet.
For me, everything ends right there. There's a line, dynamic lighting layer line, it looks like.
What happens if he goes in it?
Still nothing. Still nothing.
Fascinating. What was causing that? Okay, well, I'll deal with the thing. There's noises coming from that passageway. You can't see down it very far. It goes down about a few feet and then makes an intersection going left, right, and straight ahead. From straight ahead, you can hear the roar. It sounds like the sound of a bunch of people maybe cheering. Well, not people, but these critters.
Oh, good. Well,
And you
that
can't tell the number, but it sounds like a lot.
might mask the sound of whatever we have going on here, so that's not bad. But yeah, that'll be Gary's turn. Orden will tell the group during his turn. There's a whole lot of them cheering about something deeper in. They sound awful happy. And before he does anything, he just wants to make sure he understands the plan. What are we taking each of them down one by one, and then you're going to stabilize them? Is that what you said?
No, I'll just say we have two choices here. Either we can burn them down one by one, and then stabilize them or kill them, or we can just try and basically just outright drop manacles on them and then restrain them. So, although my personal preference would be to basically get them nice and weak and unconscious, so we can deal with them more easily than trying to deal with three of them at full health if they decide they want to break free and run away.
Agreed.
Agreed.
So
I think we should restraining them, make them hostile.
You mean break the spell?
Yes.
Nope. It says they need to be especially shaken free or take damage. So basically, grappling them and putting restraints on them is not either of those things.
Yes, that should be our first plan of action.
Whoa.
Sorry, I'm still fiddling with it, trying to figure out the side. What's going with the light? It's like, I'll reset it to see if it would do anything, but
So do we think that a set of manacles are going to restrain these guys, or do they look?
That's Thorn's worry as well.
Remember, they move in 3D.
Orton's essentially looking at the group saying, am I blasting it, or am I putting manacles on it? I'm not convinced that manacles are going to hold it, but
Actually, Nessir says we have them on at our mercy. Put the manacles on them and then attack them one by one quickly. At least that way they cannot fight back effectively once we have them. Take their weapons, manacle them, then cut them down one by one.
well, he'll run over and take the first one's weapons and put the manacles on if I can do that with a full turn action, bonus action type of deal.
you want to manacle one first?
Want to manacle him, remove his weapons.
Okay, we can do the manacling part. That's not a problem. You take his weapons away. Take his huge trident away from him.
And
He's still got claws and huge teeth on him.
Sure. That seems like the plan, though, so I think that's what I'll do. Manacles on the first one. I'll take the trident, slip it into the bag of holding, and then make sure I have enough movement. 5. Yep. So that'll leave me right about there. Trident looks pretty normal at a glance, I'm assuming.
Yes, it's just big. Big and heavy.
Nice.
So you manacle all three of them, or the one, or what do you want to do?
Just realized I'm not on the initiative board.
I'm gonna remove the Callista anyways, and we'll re-roll when someone attacks one of them.
I have one set of manacles on me. I manacled the very first guy, removed his weapons, and I think that's about. Unless we're out of combat and
We're out of combat at this point. If you want to do the other ones, because nobody's fighting back.
Okay.
Yeah. Nasir has 2 set of manacles, so provide for the other 2.
Mal's gonna swim out into the hallway.
Okay, you got 1 minute to do things before his spell falls. And I have to figure out how I made this perma-darkness thing going on in the middle
Yeah, so
of the damn.
Yeah, so let's basically do this quickly because it's going to take at least 2 to 3 rounds for each of them. So let's spend 1 round basically getting them all manacled up and then start it on the beat downs.
All right.
We should start with the first dude because he's like close to death anyways.
Definitely.
If I start beating him up, I'm gonna lose invisibility. So I kind of want us to keep, if you guys are okay with that.
Nobody's forcing you to hit him, lad. Stay sneaky.
He'll swim over and look at the hunter or the carp on the table there.
Okay.
Is he conscious?
Yes, he is. He's a bit chewed up, but he is there. It looks like they were just really starting in on him a bit to have fun with him.
Yeah, I'd like to walk over there too.
So we've got a minute for these guys out, right?
Right.
So I think we need to focus on doing damage to these guys, unless you're Mal, who's out, of course. But we got a minute, and then they're
We're
going
not
to come
out of
to.
combat.
They're going to come to in a minute. We have 1 minute that they're out. If our plan is to beat them until they're unconscious, one by one, we've got 1 minute to do that. Or now, less, a little
So
bit.
you've got one tied up. What are you doing with the other 2?
We've got manacles on all 3.
Okay.
Yeah, Thorn's gonna get the other ones. Yeah.
We took 1 round to get them all manacled up, and then that's what I thought Adam was saying. We got 1 round to get them manacled up, and then we've got however many more rounds of that minute to beat them down.
What does oh yeah, James, what does the dagger say about this group of people?
That the easiest one to kill is the one you've wounded. The rest of them are all equal in strength.
Where is it? Alright.
I will
And it'd
stand
be-
at ready with my trident.
It'd be
when we're
easy
all
to
ready to
dispatch the fish. Okay.
Then yeah, let's
Do you want to
we-
move these guys anywhere, or?
I'm gonna
Yeah, we
cast
should probably
Influence on the hurt
probably
one.
move them further back into this.
Yeah, bring him back into the room. Shut the door
He's
again.
behind the door.
Alright, so Thorn can take one, I can take one. We can move
I
them
can
about
take
30
one.
feet back. That'll take 6 seconds in our minute.
Yeah, especially since it's watery. Even though they weigh a ton, it's not that big a deal. So we're talking back into the tunnel area or into the room itself?
Yeah, just around 30 feet back into this tunnel. Actually, our movement speed, Thorn, you have the cloak as well, right? We could potentially bring him back 60 feet. One
Yeah, we both got 6. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we can bring him back 60 in 6 seconds.
If I dash, I can take mine same distance.
So where do you want to move them back there? Is that what you're
Yeah, as
saying?
far back as we can, because they can, smell and water and such. They can detect blood. I would prefer them not to detect any of that.
Okay, move the rest of you guys. Figure out what you want to do. Coming up on our minute here in a moment, though.
Oh, are we? Then yeah, we'll just we're just killing them now, right?
Like it took a minute to just manacle them, grab them, and move them as a group.
Getting there. As I say, it's coming up. It's only 30 seconds or so, but
Got it.
a minute's not that long a time. We've been talking about it for 5. So let's
Alright,
move
then
them.
Thorn, help me dispatch of this one first.
I have no idea how to get rid of this big black spot in the middle of the map now. It's not even on any of the layers. I have no idea what
Do
happened.
we need to roll damage,
Just one
James?
big square.
Yeah. You're going to have to roll to attack and everything, because once you attack one, then we're going to initiative because they're going to wake up and you can try to break
All of
out,
them are going to
etc.
become hostile?
No, just the one you attack.
Okay. Then yes, let's do it.
As they're moving those guys back, he's just gonna kind of come up close to the fish and be like, "Don't worry, you're safe. Be quiet. We'll be back in a minute."
He looks up to you and says in perfect common, "I'm not going anywhere," and sort of winks a little smile at you.
He smiles, head swims back down towards the front. And he'll keep an eye out the door.
With advantage, I'm assuming, right?
Absolutely. In fact, I think they're automatic criticals because they're sleeping.
Well,
Yeah, so let's basically let Mal start off the attack on each of them.
Mal's not attacking.
Okay, I'm going to reset this one more time. I have no idea what's going on with this map.
Yeah, if Mal attacks, he's gonna lose his invisibility.
All right. Well, if we want to question these guys, it's going to take an hour. Which case I can then invisibility him again. All I'm saying is that if we want someone to initiate the attack, Mal would be the ideal person to do the most damage at once.
There we go. Good God. All right.
He says, "I was watching the front door. What do you want me to do?"
Well, I think we got attack and damage rolls to sort through here first. It looks, I think they've already started beating on the injured one, right? Which is fine.
That's just what I assumed we were doing.
Yeah.
Could hold that off until Mal goes first.
Okay, so Sahuagin, who's up there front? Go ahead and tell me the first person is sprung and damaged. I'm not going to worry about initiative rolls until everybody has a shot. And then I'm going to roll. So who's up there first?
Like Meta swung first.
Yes, I swung first.
And how much damage did you do?
Well, if they were automatic criticals, I don't know,
Right.
but I got 11 damage total. What is that? The default crit rules are just rolling an extra damage dice, right?
Yeah, exactly.
For each. Alright, let me just roll. There you go. So,
26.
26.
Okay, you take your first swing at him. His eyes blow open from you, wide open as you strike into him. Blood gushes into the air. Who's does the next swing? That was
I think Thorn did.
Thorin.
Alright.
Damage. And then toss another.
Alright, so 22 so far.
He dies on the first swing.
Alright, so the first swing, yeah, okay. And then I guess the second swing I did 8 damage plus the extra die on the second guy.
Oh, the one that's next to you on the side. So how much damage do you have? I'm sorry. 8 plus. Where's it at? There it is. 8 and Thorin's.
So 16 on the other guy.
Okay.
And then Odo's got a nice crit up here too.
Where's Odo? There he is. And how much damage do you do, Odo? I guess that you're going to have to move over and strike the same one he did since the other one's dead.
Yeah.
I don't think 5's your total. That's your extra. Where's your regular damage? Up there on top. So 9 plus the 5, 14.
And that was for the 2 attacks, and then infects will be in there. But I'm not sure if it's rolling as crits or not.
Doesn't look like it.
So go ahead and roll an extra dice as well. An extra d8, just 1 d8. Nice.
Okay. And then my insects will chip away. For another 6. For another 6. So
Gotcha. And that is everybody.
Everyone
Do
that's
I-
rolled so far, Nasir
do I
and
get one?
haven't gone.
If you'd like to, absolutely.
Go, Warden.
So they've dispatched the top one to the furthest one. The one that's right next to the 3 guys. They've both taken a few hacks at it. It's not dispatched yet, and there's one that's completely unharmed.
Gordon will step up and put his hand on the one that's beat up
And heal it. No. And
for 25 more points.
you almost dispatched it. It jerks. And that finishes him off. A lot. And he fades away into dust and dissipates out into the area. Now you're all breathing him.
Hooligan. You guys want me to shoot this one?
The one that's still out, let's. He looks around questioningly at everyone else. Like, sure, it's up to you.
Let's knock this one out.
Agreed. We
Mel,
want
you
to
might wanna-
question.
Are the first 2 dead? Nasir, were you gonna bring them back, stabilize them, or are we just gonna let them be?
Nasir
I'm not
shakes.
suggesting either way.
Nasir just shakes his head.
Fair enough.
And I think in this one, the seer disintegrated. That one's not coming back.
Yeah, fair true.
He did 20 some hit points and it's when he was down to like 0. And
Rock and roll then. You guys say when or whoever, if we want to go in that same order, start meeting on him. Mal, if you want to save your invisibility, wait till the end.
You turn around. You can't see him. He's peering at the door down the hallway.
go ahead and make perception roll while you're down there, Mal.
Harry's still keeping an eye out too, of course.
It's more like we should come up with their name, like Larry or something.
He's still Gary.
Ask Mal. He'll name him.
Doesn't need a damn name.
It's time for my non-lethal sword swing.
Yeah, go ahead and figure out damage while you're doing it. Because they're going to be criticals. Just if he survives the hit from going through this gauntlet. What's that Indian thing where you have to run through the gauntlet and they all get a whack at you?
Yep.
So, can't think of the name of it. It's like counting coup, but that's not right. That's the other thing.
Nice, 39.
That's a total of 39 damage to that first one.
Bang.
Poor guy.
Side are you on there, Dragonborn?
That was his. So you're
You're sleeping.
hacking away at him at this point for 39. Because blunt damage is only going to be like die 6s.
Does feel a little unsporting to be.
So there's
beating
plenty
out of
more you can
bound.
feel about. Okay, so next, who's doing next? While I'm fiddling with these things.
Just throwing if you're going in the same order.
Do it to it.
Just tell me the damage.
Roll 2d8 for your crit. $37. You guys are killing it.
Hell yeah. 37.
Alright, that dispatches. Well, that's going to dispatch this guy. You going to try to save him, or you want to let him die?
I think we're saving him, right?
Yep.
Okay, so that's you're gonna bring him back to a 0, or
Well, no, he can just basically just knock him unconscious. Yeah, when you drop
it
it,
your
when
is
you,
it your
when
full
you drop a gun,
damage? When you, I know I saw that, but
Nope.
I always wondered if it's supposed to be the same weapon damage if you're trying to knock someone
Same.
unconscious.
It's really simple. You attack something, you reduce it to 0 hit points with a melee attack. You can declare the hit non-lethal, and it just drops to 0 and becomes stable.
Okay, I'm good with that. Not realistic, but I'm fine with that.
Yep, 5e is very simple that way.
All right, so this guy's unconscious, been battered to the ground.
Orden says, you want me to spend a scroll to bring him back?
No, he's just unconscious.
Well, right, but if he cure wounds, it'll bring him back above 0 and wake him up, so we can question him.
Yes. I can. Yes. I'll need a rest before I can interrogate him. So, if we can
Okay.
take the time.
Yes, let's go talk to that other fellow.
Oh, Mal, what was your perception check? Trying
Uh,
so many things in there.
16 or
Oh.
16? Yeah. He's gonna hold up his hand, or actually he's gonna touch Rakir or grab Rakir's feather. Wait.
So there are creatures in the rooms, or something in the rooms to your left and right. You can hear motion around in there. Since you were all by yourself and it was quiet down here, you could finally hear things.
And I can see actually at the end of with it because he's got that helm on.
That's right. All right. So with that helm looking all the way down there is a very large room. That all you can really see is it drops down, maybe seating areas, and you can see that there's quite a few, at least a couple where you can see Sahuagin, and you can think there's probably more because they seem to be talking to their left and right, looking around, and this sounds like there might be some sort of combat going on down there as well.
This is to the south?
Yeah.
Mal's gonna relay that to Rakir. And
Well,
then
and Rakir will point to the guy who's currently strung up. We can't just leave him there.
no, I just want you to be careful when you go out there because we don't want to attract the attention. There's 3 of them that I can see down there. Are they sitting down or are they?
Yeah. They're all.
Okay.
Oh, some of them are standing, but they're all watching the middle area. It looks like they're watching a sporting event type of thing.
How
All
far
right.
down are they?
5, 10, 15. So 100 feet.
Orden says, well, Gary in this form can do an ink blast.
No,
Right.
no worries. I got it
in
covered.
that area.
Yes, I say we just leave this to the professionals. I trust you can go grab him.
Mal will swim up to the front and 5, 10, and make the opacity of this water a little more. Well, just turn it a little more opaque, kind of like silk.
Okay.
With shape water.
Gotcha.
Orden's like, what are you doing? They're gonna notice that's not natural. At least an octopus. I mean, that's just natural. But if the water looks magically opaque, I don't know that that's gonna keep them away.
It'll keep them from seeing us.
Well, you're way back there. You're gonna move your little token up if you want to chat with them anyhow.
He's not turning it like black or anything, but just kind of muddies it up so it looks like it's.
Rakir sighs as he slowly makes his way towards the guy who's strung up.
Okay. So the
Okay.
strung up looking bass human, his eyes sort of roll over and look over at you as you come up. Look, a bit of a surprise goes over. Hello.
Hello. Is he safe to move, or is he like attached to something?
He's tied down to like a rack.
Just tied down with ordinary ropes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pull
You
out
can
the
untie him
dagger
or
and cut
cut
him.
it,
Yeah, cut
okay.
the ropes. Alright then. So why don't you come with me back here? There's a let's just say we've got a quieter place to talk.
So he travels with you back over that direction.
Yes.
James, is this token? Was this for me?
I was trying to make a little character sheet for you, but you're welcome. If you can move them, it's yours.
I don't have control of it,
Yeah,
but
that's what-
Gary's just fine. I turned him into an octopus.
Oh, would you mind, yeah, moving them back towards the tunnel?
Are there anyone else in the cells? I send Gary to look in each one.
well, the doors are shut. There's no windows in them.
Oh,
They're big, huge, double stone doors. Mal heard something, but he hasn't told anybody yet.
He mentioned it's a recruit. He's going to swim back up. Okay. So let everybody know there's 3 in the main hall. The water just looks a little muddy. It's not black. And I heard people moving around in those chambers behind us. Or I guess now next to us.
All right. We will keep an ear out.
probably other prisoners. If so, we should let them get out the back door.
Yes, I'm much more interested to find out what's exactly going on here. Where is
So
he?
if you get to the edge there, the Lokatha looks over and sees the eel. My eel! Bastards! And looks around at the creatures you guys have killed him. Hey, why did they kill him? They
I'm terribly
trapped him
sorry.
in his small room, and the poor thing battered his head against the wall.
Sorry about your friend.
They'll pay.
Is there anyone else here?
Yes. Just please come on into the tunnel. We really must know what's going on here.
Yeah, he heads on into the tunnel with you guys.
So, what are you doing here?
I fear I was here for sport. I was captured.
I see. How many other captives do they have?
I saw them drag one other in. He was unconscious, and he in one of the other rooms. And he nods off towards one area.
Are they using you for... Did they ever tell you if they were using you for military support, or were you more of a
Sport.
forced sport?
Sport. These things like to see fighting. They love to see death. They drag us. There's some room ahead. I've seen them take other prisoners, and they feed them to other monsters.
Hmm.
My name is Borgus, and you are?
Marcus. I'm Rakir.
Well met.
Hmm. I'll kind of... This could be much worse than we thought then. Go with me. You should find safe passage out of the end of this tunnel.
I'm not worried about safe. I want blood.
I see. Well, just for now, come this way anyways. Nasir.
Yes.
This fellow, Borgus, he's told me that, what exactly is this group that we're fighting? What were they called again?
Sahuagin?
Yes,
a
the
funky name.
Sahuagin. The Sahuagin are, using the Lokala for sport. There's possibly other prisoners here. But what I fear more is the amount of monsters they might have at their disposal if they're using them for such things. And how ferocious these beasts might be.
Hmm. The question is, can we get around the Colosseum, or we need to go through it?
Borgus.
Looks like there's 2 passages on either side.
Well, if this is
Yes.
where they're housing their entertainment, this isn't going to stay secret for long.
So Nasir will actually pull out the medium that we've got the map on and show it to the our little friend there, and ask him if he can point out exactly what we're looking at.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm assuming the Colosseum is basically the one place directly to the south of us, or is it like the room one to the south of us, or is it after the intersection to the south of that?
Well, he looks at these. I haven't seen much. I did have one fight, and it's the rooms directly to the south of us. This map, I feel, is not complete, though. They may have built onto it. Who drew this thing?
It was the original owners of this place, the lizard folk.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Yeah,
Sarah,
the little lizards.
Gordon, you said?
Are we sure that we have come through the north side of this map you're showing us? Or did we come into the south where there's a T?
If we had come into the south, I'm assuming that it would look different. But you could be correct.
Yes. The south is where they brought Mien from.
Is that where we're at now?
We are at the very top, and he points at the map on there. He points at the.
Got it.
He says, "This," and I believe this, and he points at the first little room, I guess you would call it, next to the little man there. I wish I could point at it on the map.
Yeah.
Is that's where the cell where my eel is. The room where the guard area is the next one down, the bigger room, which has been enlarged since then.
And then the T, and then further south there's a larger. Got it.
And that's
okay.
the arena, which he says is much larger, and there's entrances going every direction off of that arena, north, south, east, and west.
So is our goal to find a high-ranking official and get out of here with him captive, or is our goal to get to the upper levels and see what we see with our own eyes?
Again, our goal is to do the scouting.
Yeah, just assess our forces.
If we can do this by capturing someone important who knows things, we will do it that way. If we need to find whatever passes for the documentation and steal it, that will be fine. But we do not know yet.
Someone that simply knows the size of their forces would be acceptable as well.
Indeed.
Doesn't necessarily need to be someone in high standing.
But that would be the most likely. However, more important person is we need to figure out how to make them talk. But first we need to get them. So look over at Amal. How many did you see in the other room?
3 in the Colosseum down there or whatever.
Sounds like there's a whole lot more than that, though.
Borges says there's a lot more than 3.
Yeah, that's all I saw.
So is there any way to avoid the Colosseum to go around it?
Yeah, we can go either to the east or west. According to this map, he says we can go up to on either side.
Borges, how much do you know of the culture of these people? These
Not much. I was out hunting and I was captured by them and dragged here. All I know is they love sport and their numbers scores.
I see.
Is what I saw. They are military. They seem to have generals and lieutenants.
I'm not too familiar with how gladiatorial sports normally play out.
They throw you in a big area and something else gets thrown in there, and the one that lives gets to walk out.
I see. Where do you walk out to? Back to the cells, or?
That's where they brought me, was back to the cells, waiting for the next fight. Or it looks like sport, in their case, was torturing me.
I see. Well, that goes that plan. So much for the honorable gladiator types.
Borges.
Oh, that scared me.
just sometimes Thorin talks incredibly bassy.
Every once in a while. Borges, can you translate for us? Do you understand the language?
No, they're just it's hissing. All they speak is their own tongue.
Yes.
They haven't learned any other languages.
All right. Thank you.
Again,
Maybe their captains might, but
again, give me 1 hour and I can speak with them.
All right. Well, we plan on continuing here, Borges, and it doesn't sound like you want to leave.
no.
Well, then you're free to rest here with us.
Also,
be
know
here.
if you do choose to leave, we are launching with your people an assault to this place after we gather information. You might want to save yourself for the greater battle, but that's your choice.
Big smile comes across his face on that one. You've seen my people. They're working with yours. This is great.
Yeah, we're working with the mer people and the fish people and the lizard people and the saltmarsh people. Everybody's together.
This is good. And you are what? Scouts?
Indeed.
Welcome party.
Yes. We are simply trying to discern their forces before the attack.
I was gonna
We don't-
swim back out and look at the doors. Are there any even like ways of looking in besides like other like slits for food or anything, or it's just solid doors?
That's a good question. They would have to have something to feed them. Otherwise, because there's no other. Yeah, there's slits. We'll get that.
Okay, he'll start at the far west and just kind of peer in, look and see if he can see anything in there.
That one's a larger room, it looks like, but it's empty.
Or we'll search the bodies to see if there's a key or any other goodies they might have on them.
No, because none of these doors are really locked. They're just big stone doors. We'll have drop hatches or drop bars on the outside on your side.
Okay.
Cool. Nothing else fun on them.
No, they didn't bother. Oh, I mean, as in goods and stuff? Let me look. I'll find out.
I did take one of their tridents.
Nope, there is no goods on these guys, except for the weapons.
Yes, Borges, you should arm yourself with one of these.
I have no other weapons. Thank you. They took mine. Right, that one that Mel has a very large, wicked-looking sea creature in it.
Like a kraken?
Not that big, because it's that big a room. It's only about 15 by 20. But it's a good-sized one. You could try to make a nature roll, but no advantages or anything.
Sure.
And I'll drop it into Discord. Picture of it next. Oh, there it goes. Cool. Yeah, that's enough. You've seen, because they do come up to the top level. This is D&D's idea of a sea lion.
Sea liger, it's
That's-
more like it.
I know, that's they call it a sea lion. I'm like, well, they don't look like that one. I've seen them, but okay, cool. So there's the head and forepaws of a lion, lower body and tail of a fish.
It looks like an animal for sure, though.
Yes.
Okay. He'll move on to the next one.
That one has a humanoid in it.
He's opening doors. Jordan will come down to support.
He's just peeking at this point.
I thought you said there were no windows or anything. So
There's
I
just a
assumed he'd
slit.
come
We had to
open.
realize that to feed him somehow.
Oh, got it.
Oh.
Are you still invisible, Mel?
Sorry, yeah.
In that case, I would not. Because I wouldn't know what was going on.
He's just peeking in holes.
He's just looking at him.
Just one of these, but no armor and no weapon.
Okay. And he'll go down to the last one.
And did you make another nature roll? Go for it, and I'll let you know if that is, if you roll 16 or higher.
Okay.
Nope. The last one's empty.
Okay.
Aren't the second one that part of the coalition that we're working with? The Mer people or something?
It's not a mer person.
Well, there's a liger fish, and then there's I don't know, kind of like a merman. He's got fins and stuff. I don't know, but anyway, he's in the other room.
One would, of course, ask the obvious: do they look like the people that we met? And then find out no, and say, I don't know. I feel like you'd be grateful to be released, but I don't have any way of knowing that for sure.
Well, they'd know we're here for sure if we start releasing everybody.
Well, they already are, because when they come to get their next contestant on Step Up and fight something, they're going to find that
Well,
their guards are
if
gone.
one prisoner's gone, it's, you know, maybe maybe one of the guards moved him somewhere he shouldn't. You know, it can be a confusing.
There are no guards.
Uh,
I think that'll be
Nasir,
the bigger giveaway.
I'm just saying it can be interpreted as a confusion in command. If all the prisoners are gone, yes, this would. What I'm saying is we can recover from this. Potentially.
Nasir, I know you can change like your appearance and stuff. Can you make yourself look like one of these Sahuagins?
When you look over to Nasir, you see basically that his eyes are closed, and he's
You're busy, okay?
yeah.
He's,
He's elsewhere.
resting for him.
Gordon says I can answer for him. Yes, he can, and I could too. It just depends on where we want to direct
Could
the
you-
resources.
I mean, we can just try to disguise a couple of us as Sahuagin and escort the others as prisoners.
Yes, we could escort. They could try to escort us through the entire compound.
I was going to say escort us, you as prisoners, away from the holding cells?
True, yes.
We could be prisoners for various reasons.
Language would be a barrier.
Yeah, that is yours will.
Yes.
God damn it. I just want to cut through these fuckers. But I know that's not a good idea.
Yeah, I think that's why we're massing armies.
I'm with you, Thorn. While we're here, I would love to cripple their sea monsters. I feel like for the upcoming battle that would be, well, quite the asset. But what has me the most worried is how capable their stock fighters seem to be. I mean, we had some of those guys tied up, and well, it took them quite a while to die. They're very stocky, if anything.
Did you see many more that were like these 3 tier, or were they like the other ones?
Sorry, guys, I have to go AFK for a mail. I'll be right back.
Oh, good.
Yes.
You want to repeat your question?
Did you see many more like the ones that we have here, or were they like the other ones?
He saw three guys that looked like the ones you guys fought. They fought before. They were smaller ones. So he maybe the ones you fought were higher level or more as in rank. They were definitely bigger, by far. That was Mal that saw them, so I'll speak for him since he's out. And then he also mentions that there's a sea lion in one room and some sort of humanoid sea guy in the other room. Sort of like a merman, but he doesn't think it's a merman.
It's like a Manmer.
Yeah, there you go.
Fish head, human legs.
Spivey doesn't do a good job of separating their sea humanoids.
Oh.
You can do it.
Oh, I'm fine. I'll make it through. Ah.
So, anybody what do you want to do from now? You guys are sitting in here with these deteriorating bodies. There is a bit of blood in the water now, so it's starting to float out.
Alright. Has this one that is unconscious started stirring at all, or is it still completely out?
You guys, if you want to wake them up, you can. But I think you were waiting for the
Yeah, we're waiting for the hour mower.
Yeah, can Mal actually use his little water trick to actually stop the blood from flowing?
I think he can pull that off, sure. So he uses it and sort of pushes it
Well,
out into the sea.
we also have a door we can just close because we brought them all to the into this
Yes, it
tunnel.
is a door of sorts. Yes, it's a big, huge block.
Yes, hopefully that'll keep most of it out as well.
I could try to prestidigitation it away. I don't know how that works underwater, but I assume if it makes it disappear above, it probably makes it disappear below.
Okay.
I'll try
So,
anyway.
let's say your hour goes by. Anybody have one take a then nobody got taking damage. I guess you don't need it. So was that an hour is for a short rest? Is that what that is? That you're waiting
Yeah.
for in this here? Okay. So go ahead. If anybody gets anything back after a short rest, you can do that. I'm going to roll one random, see if anybody happens to come by and check anything.
Another thing to check in this tunnel.
Okay. An hour goes by. What would you like to do now, Nasir? It's been an hour.
Sorry,
Just
guys.
give me 1 second. I'm actually writing everything out.
So we're doing a rest.
Yeah. Do you anybody want to do anything about those other two cells during that hour?
Oh, what are actually in there?
A sea
Merman.
lion and some sort of sea humanoid.
So someone should definitely talk to the sea humanoid at least.
I'm waiting for somebody to speak up.
Yeah, Nasir's
Mal has been
basically
down
busy just looking around, so he's probably been occupied doing scouting for the hour while his body rests.
Okay.
Hey.
Now. Here, a voice comes back out in common. An odd sort of a voice. Yes,
Who are you?
I am Kish. And you aren't a Sahuagin. They don't speak common. He's,
Yeah, they kind of hiss and slither a lot.
Yes. And chew. They seem to chew all the time.
Do you want to get out of here?
More than anything.
Will you be very quiet?
My best. Which will be
Okay.
easy since they took all my armor.
Well, come with me. Can he lift the deadbolt or
Yeah,
dead bar?
exactly. It's just a bar.
Okay. He'll pick it up and have him come out. Says, go up that tunnel. We're gonna head that way. When he comes up, he'll close the door back up.
Have you seen my sea lion?
Yeah, it's next door.
Oh, thank the heavens. I thought they would have killed it by now.
Oh,
He starts heading to the room that's next to him. This one?
Nope. Down over here. Can that thing be quiet?
If I tell it to.
Okay, good.
He quietly opens up the door and lets the big ass creature out, which eyes you, and then he speaks a word to it. It sort of swims around him a little bit, and he pets it a bit.
He's cute. Hey, there's a bunch of us up here. Let me go first and let him know. Come right behind me. He'll make sure he's following.
Okay, yeah, he is.
All right, he'll swim up. Hey guys, look what I found.
So
What's your
did you
cat?
find?
What's your lion's name?
that is a good question. He doesn't have a name. He doesn't speak.
Well, it looks like a tiger to me.
Oh, you haven't named your pal?
It is not a custom of our people.
Mal, please
Naming
try
them
to keep it
makes us
down.
feel bad when they die.
Well, you just don't let her die. Or him, or it, them.
Well, I have a name, and I hopefully will not die. My name is Kish.
Hey Kish, I'm Mal.
Well, Matt, hello, Mal. And he looks over at the Lakatha. I heard you screaming. Glad to see you're actually alive still, too.
He'll swim back down to the door and keep an eye out.
So it's Kish the merfolk, and what's the other one's name?
He's actually tells you he's a triton. A triton.
Ooh, that's new.
So Kish the triton and Borgas the Lokatha. I guess that's how they're pronounced.
Does Kish have people nearby that might want to aid in our alliance?
Sadly, no. We are guardians of the deep. And it is many days' travel to my people. We fight these, and I don't know why these creatures are this close to shore. These are also denizens of the deep. We fight against them all the time.
He says, even though
Uh-huh.
you guys are days away, could you still would you be interested in a good hooligan fight?
I think that could be arranged. We have a code, and that code is to protect the land and to protect the sea, and to protect the holy places and the places in between.
Well, from what I understand, all those places are about to get wrecked by these guys. That's why we're here.
If I can get to them, I will see what I can do.
Gordon says, as far as I'm concerned, I'd get to getting.
I'd make haste, yes, if I were you. We have our own allies on the way. The faster you get yours, the faster we can all sync up.
You did do some scouting with your wisp.
I mean, that's why I took the took the invocation, basically to have no range limitations.
Absolutely. And I was watching you trek around.
So with this new information, what are we thinking, guys? Are we, like I said, are we going to target a high-ranking officer that might have the information we need, or are we going to try to explore ourselves?
So basically, I'm assuming basically that the ones we fought were kind of like the big broody ones. The majority of the ones I saw are like the sort of smaller versions, and some of them are basically like especially the ones in the upper right. Upper right would be like just entirely different than the other two, and I wouldn't really know what I'm looking at, right?
Yeah, good guess.
And I definitely recognize the shell shark.
Yes, the shell shark. I wish I'd given a better token. I will find a picture.
Yeah, I know the name because their name is their token.
Yeah, I love how D&D does that. Just get lazy. It's like, come on, man, you're charging us extra for these modules. Put a picture on there for God's sake.
Yeah, pretty much.
Would it be most prudent for us to go to the area with all types, considering it seems like maybe it'd be more doable than some of the other areas? Plus, there's a variety of people to
Indeed.
question.
I'm very glad we did not go into the south entrance because that would have been a sudden death. There are a lot of them there, so no way we could have made it through alive. So, good choice. Also, to the south, it appears that I guess they are living quarters, because all it is simply a lot of Sahuagin in vast chambers, and of course the Colosseum. It looks like to the stairs up to the west, or simply to the west, simply have a chamber that has a lot of sharks there. We could very easily sneak to the west and get up to the next level, or we can go to the east and then to the north, and the chamber that leads up to the upper level has at least eight creatures in them, all different kinds. So perhaps one of them would be the one we wish to question. I do not know. If you would like, we can question this one here. This here says kicking the one who's conscious. Find out more information and then change our plans based on what we find out.
Agreed. On my end, anyway. I mean, I obviously don't speak for anybody else.
That sounds good. I think East is good.
All right. Let's to some interrogating.
Ish, have you been anywhere besides down here?
I was unconscious when they brought me in.
Well, if they're looking at this Sahuagin up, Thorns just walk up and start smacking him.
Better wake him up.
Can the Tritons speak his language?
No.
They speak their own.
Yes, they speak only their own language.
Orden will shut these doors there, but leave Gary on the other side to keep an eye out. Gary's trying to be inconspicuous up near the ceiling.
Okay, so when you go back, tell your people that we're gonna, the plan is right now we're in Saltmarsh. You can find us there.
Wait. By the way, I do not think it would be good for them to leave immediately. If they are caught, it will definitely alert them there's something going on in here, and that we may be caught.
I just wanted to get it out before I forgot. That does sound like a good idea.
Unless they are very good at stealthing.
Well,
And
they
since
can wait in that room. In fact, I'm surprised you all didn't hang out in that big room at the end. But they could wait there for a while. Slip out when it gets dark. Not that it's not dark down this deep, anyways.
Yeah, pretty much. That's true. It's like, once it gets dark, everyone's limited to basically their infravision. Sorry, old school. Their dark vision range. So it should be easy to get away. So yeah, so after the hour, Nasir will ask a couple people to hold down the prisoner, and someone else to wake them up so that he can actually go to work.
All right, Thorn will take some of the arms then.
Okay, so eventually you wake up this guy. It hisses at you, and says something in its foreign language.
Well, before I'd been woken up, I would have basically cast tongues on myself,
Okay.
and also would have basically used the circlet to transform myself to look like one of the regular looking Sahuagin.
Would
Okay.
it be advantageous for Orden to look like one as well?
Not if you can't talk like one.
I can just do
Big strong silent tape.
comprehend.
Yeah,
I'm
you can
gonna
comprehend
cast
so you can.
that.
Yeah, you can comprehend so at least you can understand.
Right, and so I was going to say I would do that as a ritual before we woke him, since we're coming out of a short rest.
All right, and I'll basically ask them to.
So this guy.
And I'll actually ask them to basically have my hands behind my back, sort of like looking like I'm being a prisoner as well, beside them. So basically, I just want to see what he says when he wakes up and sees himself in his predicament with a fellow captive next to him.
So he groggily looks around, sees you, sees the other one as well, sees Orden and everybody else there. Hisses. Looks over again. I don't know you two. Looks over. Where are the others? Did you see the others? And he sees the blood coming down the hall. Oh. These are good fighters. I hope they last long enough to put them in the pit.
I'll just sort of shake my head groggily, looking, trying to pretend like I've got a head wound, just kind of like staring like sort of like cross-eyed at him.
Are there more? I see only 3. How many have you seen?
I'll just groan.
Looks over at you, Orden.
Orden didn't. He cast comprehend languages, but he didn't cast the alter self. I thought that you guys said negative on that.
So there's 4 then. Okay.
Yep.
He looks over then at you.
To that, Orden will motion to the 3 guys and say, "Why don't we leave these 2 lovebirds to sit comfortably.
You're just a morsel, the big guy says, looking at you, Orden.
He pretends like he doesn't understand. Or essentially just ignores him. But then he'll move to the south, hoping that if he leaves him with Nasir, Nasir can get some info out of him.
Okay, Nasir. Well, you feel the creature kick a little bit at you. Wake up!
I'll look over at him, and sort of cock my head quizzically.
I don't know what battalion you're with, but I outrank you. How many did you see? Where were you captured?
With that, Nasir will sort of sigh, sort of stand up, sort of, instinctively brush himself off, even though that doesn't really matter underwater, and say, I guess the charade is over. Time for the hard part for you.
Huh?
All right, and now we were going to go do things you don't like. So you said you want to just fade to black and do some rolls, or do you want to just let us know what he knows?
Go ahead and let's do. I guess you got the charisma, luckily. So let's do some intimidation rolls.
All right. So, and I got all my big beefy friends helping me. So will I get advantage because of that?
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right.
Bring the sea lion back. He'll be intimidating AF.
Very cautiously start grave bolting pieces and basically sort of wicking away pieces of his flesh until he decides to talk. So basically, Nasir will be quizzing him on essentially the on basically who first thing we'll start off with basically simple things like his name, who he is, his name, who is his rank, basically where he lives, just easy things, good in interview technique just to get him talking, and then start working into the more difficult stuff like basically what troop numbers, leaders, basically the layout of the interior, trying to basically draw whatever we can out of him.
Visible indicators of rank.
Yep. Anything's useful for us in order to get what we are after here. So what do we get out of him?
Okay, 1 sec. Let me just make his roll. I doubt he's going to make it, but let's we'll try. Okay. So what you get out of him then is there. Good Lord, how many are there? There are well over 100 Sahuagin here. They are a advanced force under Baroness Seklas and Blade Master Makahat. They are here to basically experiment to see if they can get a foothold and capture this area. That the Blade Master feels that this could be a replicated fortress, that they could do this again and again along the coast and seize all the shallow waters. And so it is experiment, and that they plan to take the nearby city here within a week.
Is he willing to be more specific about the timetable?
He doesn't actually know a whole lot, unfortunately. What you are finding is that he does know is that there are 4 people in charge here. There's the Baroness, there's Baron Kepmak, High Priest Thedra, and the Blade Master. They're all the boss people. And beyond that, he doesn't know a whole lot. That he tells you.
Sorry.
No, he's just going to tell you otherwise that there is a avatar of their god here as well, and that it will come and rend you all bit by bit.
Are any of those important people on this level?
Yeah, so basically, as soon as they mentioned the leaders, I would definitely want to understand the where the important people were located. Yeah, basically, assuming basically the general idea of the layout. I mean, we know there's a Coliseum here and the exits, but we want to know basically where everything is located in general.
The Blade Master is down in the Coliseum. Surrounded by 3 to 4. How many is a score? 24?
20.
Or 12? 20? Okay, so it's surrounded by around 3 score of his soldiers.
Yeah, it looked like an awful lot.
The main barrack area is to the far south. They're waiting for the slaves to finish the upper quarters, and then the priestess will drop the island the rest of the way into the ocean.
Ah, interesting. Just said, where is your priestess located? In the Baron and Baroness.
The others are all on the 2nd floor. And that's where the Maw of Sekolah will find you and rend you. So go look for them. Your
Alright.
Wisp warns you that there are 4 large sharks traveling down the hallway towards it.
Alright, we have the doors closed and everything, right?
Yeah,
The
Mal's
door,
just
yes.
peeking
And-
out.
And just to be clear, the sharks don't have thumbs, right?
That's closed, but I don't know. Mal would not be able to lock it from the inside, so it is not locked.
Yeah. But there's no reason for the sharks to go battering down the door unless they smelled something with which Mal has been using his water shaping to basically to keep the blood scent away, correct?
Hopefully that's true.
What is the lock on the door? Because Gary could potentially do it from the outside.
Oh, the
Yeah, 'cause-
octopus could easily do that. Yes, there is a big bolt, drop bolt. It's hinged on one side that can drop down and blocks it.
He will
Yeah.
do that, and if he knows they're coming, he'll swim over here to the corner and try to look inconspicuous amongst whatever rubble is there.
Yeah, because there's probably a bunch of blood scent coming from the south as well, right?
So,
And there's-
unless someone had mentioned it to Mal, he probably wouldn't, but he could stir up the eel.
Isn't this the door right here?
No, that is just it's a goofy diagram. It's just an arch. The only
Oh.
door to this room is where Mal is hiding behind.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, because there's got to be a whole bunch of blood scent down to the south, and they're probably, since they're torturing the guy up here, they probably would have blood scent in here anyway, right?
Orden's been prestidigitationing all the blood too.
Oh, go ahead, or make a intelligence investigation roll.
For what now?
Investigation.
Absolutely. What am I investigating?
I'm just trying to see if you perceive something that takes intelligence rather than noticing it, because you can see
Gotcha.
the sharks. You can notice as the sharks come in that they seem to be going in a single file, almost machine-like militaristic movement. Like, and they all are following the exact same path, coming straight up to the door. And Mal, you see it as they come up to the door. The first one of them bumps up against it with its nose, and you hear the big thud as it hits it. And they all stop at as one.
Does the door move much?
No, it didn't. It did a little bit, but not much. It is locked from the other side, but
He'll swim up quietly. I think they're robot sharks. They're automatons.
What?
Got the scent of blood.
Oh.
It's the only right thing that would bring them directly to this door, nowhere else. They smell something.
What if we stir up the eel?
In what way?
Well, just kind of stir its guts around a bit.
Oh, Oh, well, you're welcome to. My guess is they can tell fresh from rotten.
Are there the doors to all these prisons here? They all can be barred as well.
Yes, they're
Yeah,
all unlocked right now.
Mal's gonna try and push the water in front of the door, have it kind of go down the hallway this direction.
All right, then Nasir is going to do this. He's going to be like, what have you beefy men? Come with me.
Don't feed him to the sharks.
He will go look through his wisp's eyes. Move the wisp over into this chamber here.
Okay, which is an unlocked chamber with the doors open.
Yep. Then he's going to prestidigitate. Use prestidigitation to basically target the water in there to chill, warm, or flavor the water. To basically flavor it like blood. He'll do that. If he's got the time, he'll do it up to 3 times to intensify the flavor of the blood.
Can I get sheets to open?
Mel will also push the water, moving the water from the front of the room towards where we came in, like down the hallway.
That's where his picture went. Okay, so one of them peels off to investigate. The other one moves forward, and the two of them as one start beating against the door with their noses, slamming into it over and over again.
All right. And Nasir's like, Odin, are you there?
I'm here.
Have Gary locked the door behind it.
Is the sea lion still here?
Yeah.
Oh, well, he'll crawl around behind the sea lion, try and hide behind it.
Try to get do as much out in front of this here.
Yeah, if he's inside that door, Gary will leave cover to come out and thud the lock back in place. Or is he not in the room yet?
The other shark.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you can try that. Go for it. Make a little stealth roll.
Certainly. Underwater camouflage gives him advantage as long as he's underwater.
That makes sense.
Thank God.
All right. So yes, you quietly move over there.
Am I able to get the door shut and the bar up on it?
Make one more stealth check for that. That's a lot of moving things around and stuff.
Gary.
The creature spins around as the door comes slamming shut. Let's see who gets to go first. How about we just do a contrasted dex, see who goes first. If you can beat him in a dex roll, I'll let you shut the door before he gets to roll initiative.
You mean lock it, right?
Yeah, lock and shut it. Nice.
Nice.
And he rolls a 1.
Yeah.
Nice.
So at the last second, the door slides shut the rest of the way, and you slam the bolt down as the thing slams up against the door with a sort of a roary type noise and smashes into it. And it moves a little bit, but locked it.
Gary would use his once per short rest. Find it here. Ink cloud. Because
Panic.
obviously they're gonna hear that. He's going to squirt ink all over into the air to give himself cover, and then run back to his corner and try to hide. Advantage on that would be 22.
Nice.
Sweet.
So the whole area to the east of the door is going to be heavily obscured for a minute. Unless there's
Sharks
a
are gonna come in.
here.
So 5-foot radius.
Yep, around where he was, and he would have been right in front of the door there. So I guess not quite the whole thing, just from that square to that square. Uh, 5-foot radius around his location though, so I think it would be these two
All
on
right,
the
front
right
door.
as well.
Okay.
Guys, do we want to fight these things, or do we want to hang out in here for a while?
Well, he was there, so I think it'd be 5 feet around him. You know what I mean? 5-foot radius. So it'd get
Oh, I see
these
what you're saying.
squares as well.
So if we wait, maybe they will go away. But I do not think that is going to happen.
I mean, I could seal the door, but it would last for an hour.
Well, and we got to
Can
get through
you
there.
can you undo it after you can you undo it before the hour?
We can chip it away at it.
Actually, you can, if are you talking about shape water?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
It doesn't
dismiss
say.
it as an
It says
action.
you can freeze, and it says that it melts within an hour.
Nope. Show me. Pop up the spell. I'll show you.
Okay.
If you cast a spell multiple times, you can have no more than 2 instantaneous effects active at a time, and you can dismiss such an effect as an action.
Oh, perfect.
Yep. My sorcerer uses this one a lot.
Orden says, hold on. The only thing that's going to do is alert them to our presence, because if we open the door and take these guys out as quick as possible, we might still have stealth on our side. If we don't, they're going to certainly alert whoever their masters are.
Let's get them. I haven't fought a shark before.
You rip open the door, I can show them the power of the Silverbeard, the flames of the Silverbeard, although they'll be less effective down here.
I don't know the fire works down here, does it? You're underwater.
It'll blow. It just won't blow quite as big.
The more things we kill, the more likely some things to be missed. But I do not think we can help this. So perhaps speed will do. With stealth, there's not. All right, if we're going to fight, get in position. Get ready.
All right.
Do we want to try fire, or should I lean away from that?
You'll be doing half damage.
I know, but it's, I mean,
Some
half
damage.
of 86.
Still pretty good.
For a
Just remember,
damage.
we've got a whole lot of this whole complex to get through, so
Yeah.
we don't know how tough these things are going to be. So I'd maybe save fireball for when we know we're going to be in a tough fight. I have no idea.
I don't even know how, but yeah, I don't know how effective it would be then either down here, but.
All right. Do you guys want me to take the bar off?
Wait, we can't. It's on the other side. Oh wait, can you?
Well, do I have to see where Mage Hand is in order to move it?
What does spell
within
say?
range.
Orden can do it through Gary's eyes.
I think you could feel about it. Feel away if you couldn't. Nothing else.
Seeing through Gary's eyes, Orden could do it too without an issue.
Probably
It says
better
within
than-
range.
Yeah.
If he's going to do that through Gary's eyes, though, that will put him essentially out of the first round of combat.
No, I'm going to say he
his
can do it
action
without
would
it.
be-
Especially since he's a thief. I mean, that seems like something a thief would be doing.
Yeah, Mal, just tell me when you're ready.
All right.
I'm gonna wait till they try and bash it in and lift it right as they get there, so they'll just come rushing in. They'll be off balance.
Cute.
Do you want the sea line to get out of the way? It's gonna.
He's hiding behind it.
How are you?
Yeah.
Because it was probably going to go back to where the Triton was.
Yeah. Well, he'll kind of roll up in some eel then.
It's not very. It doesn't have a lot of hit points.
Oh yeah. Before we actually fully engage in combat, this year is going to go take his staff and beat the little bit of poop left in the champion until they're unconscious.
Knock him back unconscious again. Okay.
Yeah, we're not playing that. We're not playing that game where basically the manacled guy escapes while we're distracted. Not doing that twice.
Right.
A wise choice.
So Nasir beats the gun. You're beating away. You knock the guy out. As soon as you knock him unconscious, the hammering stops.
Ah.
Who's mentally?
Nisir says, wait.
Arden, what's going on?
What is going on with the sharks?
They seem to be milling around a bit now. They've stopped beating on it, and they're sort of swimming off. The one to the south starts swimming off back down the hallway, and the other two are moving around.
Any sort of sense of urgency, or more just meandering?
Just sort of meandering, like they're sort of lost now.
Arden says there is one headed south, but they don't appear to be with purpose. Could be wrong.
Oh,
That's actually quite interesting then.
Nisir will ask the Triton and the Lokatha, do you know what just happened? Why did the sharks retreat?
I'll bring them back up into the room then. Wait,
Yeah.
I put them out.
Basically, go call them back and ask them if they understood what just happened.
Lokatha doesn't. He's never dealt with these guys before. Kish knows, the Triton. They can speak to the sharks. They can call them over distances. They control them. Their god is a shark, and the sharks work for them.
How
Wait.
intelligent are the sharks? Are they gonna go warn someone that something is amiss?
No, they're not that intelligent. They're base beasts. My lion is much more smart.
All right. Then if that's the case, then can Nasir attempt to replicate the same thing?
What do you mean?
Go over to here, do the blood scent in this room, and see if we can basically get more of the sharks. It's basically kind of like trapped in here.
How are you gonna get it to shut the door again?
Arden says it's a hell of a distance to ask Gary to go with one out there. I feel like it'd be just
What? Just unsummon him and when he's unsummon him when he's back at the door. Resummon him back in front of the door. Have Gary close and lock the door. Resummon him to you.
if I resummon him, I have to be able to see where he appears, which would be inside here.
Ah, you're right. That's right. You do not have this trick. Never mind. Oh wait, no, you do not. Actually, technically by the spell, you can summon him anywhere within 30 feet.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
you can summon on the other side of the wall. If you don't know what's on the other side of the wall, and you summon him into a wall, then yeah, he poofs. But we know where the walls are, so.
How long does your ink cloud last?
1 minute.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we can at least try and basically at
I'm
least trap a couple of the sharks before they roam away, just so we don't have to fight them later.
One went south. It isn't a worry. There's just two in there. If we could get them both in that room, that would be ideal.
Indeed, I do not know, but we can see at least. So Nasir will move to the side and then redo his trick. Using
Okay.
prestidigitation to basically make the blood scent cover the inside of this room.
Gary will. Well, Orden will continue to look through Gary's eyes to see what the sharks do first.
So this one goes in it. This one doesn't even seem to notice. And he starts swimming around. So it looks like he's heading out.
In that case, if the one is in the room, Orden will pop Gary into the pocket dimension, pop him back in over on this side, and have Gary attempt to slam that door shut.
Okay.
Bar.
You only did give me a single stealth roll this time.
Advantage because of the underwater camouflage thing.
Sure.
16. God, I'm glad he has advantage.
No.
Been a couple of these that have been pretty brutal.
Okay.
Whew. And then is this shark continuing south where his buddy disappeared to?
Yes.
Okay. Orden will relay that and say it looks like the coast is.
Looks
It's
like they're going
clear.
back to where they came from.
Have Gary lift the bolt off of this. Whether or not we open it's up to you guys, but at least I'll unlock it.
All right. Now, which way do we wish to go?
I think east sound easiest.
Yeah, there's
If-
so many
again,
in here.
If we wish to get to the next floor without confrontation, we go to the west. If we wish to attempt to basically take some more prisoners, we go to the northeast. Although I do not know if any of the ones in there would be able to answer any more questions than we have found now. Our best bet
Aren't
may
there-
be to attempt to find the baron, or baroness, or priestess, capture them, interrogate them, and while not being killed by the shark god avatar.
Didn't you say there were 8 hooligans to the west?
To the east, I think.
Oh, then let's go west.
The west are the sharks, and then the east is the hooligans. Sahuagins.
Gotcha.
Orden
So
says, hey, your plan makes sense. My only devil's advocate here. Do we really want to be on a different level without an exit and risk something going wrong, or do we want to try to kidnap a couple important looking people that aren't the priestess or someone else heavily guarded and scoot back out the way we came? And again, I'm not advocating either way. I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
The part of the problem is that this is the advanced force. We need someone who can tell us more about the main force. That is the one that is going to be conducting the attack. Was that basically correct? According to what I got a sense of what the guy was saying, that basically the whole group here is just kind of like the advanced scouts. Basically, this is not the main body of the army that's going to be attacking Saltmarsh.
This is going to be the body that'll be attacking Saltmarsh. It's not the entire nation of them.
Oh, okay.
So this is an army which is sort of like a frontier outpost.
Okay,
They're doing test runs.
Okay, so it's 100 of them, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's okay. Then did they give us basically I would have noted that basically that some of them, like the one we captured, were significantly larger and stronger than the rest. Was the guy willing to give me a breakdown on like how many of the big strong ones they had versus how many like the regular troops?
He doesn't know. In fact, you think he might be off on his number too, because you
Okay.
saw almost 60 in that one room alone, and there's 2 more floors of this place.
Okay. But it's definitely only. But he's sure that this place is is all that's going to be attacking, right?
Yes,
Okay, at least we get that.
he feels it's more than enough.
We might, even though it's inaccurate, incomplete information, we might want to relay that back now, just in case something happens to us later with the sending stone.
Do we wish that can only be used once per day? Do we wish to use it now, or do we wish to gather a little more information before we decide to send?
How far into the day are we?
An hour?
Oh,
Because you guys
Yes.
came really early in the day and you dealt with this and you took an hour break. So let's
I
say
thought we'd
let's
come
say you got in here about
after sundown.
6 a.m. So let's call it 7:30.
Okay.
So we got a ways to
And
go.
I'll start tracking that now.
Yeah, so the question is, do we wish to scout? Do we wish to take prisoners here, or do we wish to begin to scout the mid floor?
Sounds like the consensus for the good plan is to get somebody more important. I don't like leaving that unconscious fish guy behind us. I also don't like the idea of slitting his throat in his sleep.
Any input from Odo and Recur? I haven't even heard from you guys in a while.
Well, if you're that worried about it and you wanted to leave him alive, it's the talking that causes him to be able to summon the sharks.
He did
We
not. He
could-
was not making any sound though. I think he might be able to do it with his mind.
We could leave him with Kish if Kish is willing to stay, and or our other friend, and see if they're willing to just knock him back out every time he rouses.
That's their plan. Like you said, they were going to wait a while and then try to slip away because the dawn it's getting bright out there right now. So they're going to hang out as long as they could.
Perfect. Let's.
Orden would ask the first one we saved if he would consider not leaving and just staying here to guard this guy, and we would
Absolutely.
either
He
come
was willing to
back
go with
or-
you. So
Yeah.
yes, he'd be more than
Okay.
happy.
There, you can get your licks in.
Yes,
But
you
you
do.
want to keep him alive.
You know, accidents happen. It depends on
If he come back and he's dead, he's dead.
right.
Zero just go up and slit his throat.
Good. My God, man.
Well,
No.
you could have, Nasir. I believe we were leaving it him for Bogar.
Works for me.
All right. Huh?
Kish looks a little disgusted, but Lokatha's happy with the decision.
No, we do not have time to argue with this. Let us move.
All right, I'm gonna scout ahead. Oh, we're not quiet anymore.
No.
All right, guys, give me a little bit of space.
Should we? I believe. Why don't we ask your sword to make us quiet again?
I think he's a little tired.
How does
Didn't
this sword
Odo
become
do it
tired?
last time?
What?
I can do it one more time.
I think Odo did it last time. I don't think the sword's done it at all yet.
Oh, I thought we went 2 hours, or we
But,
started.
Yeah, I think if the sword got us here with it, and then I got us in here.
Yeah, the second hour.
Yeah, one.
Got it.
So, question:
Alright, one more time.
So are we going to basically? Are we going to the up to the second floor without basically any kind of confrontation to the west, or at least minimal confrontation? Are we going to the up east to try and take out these people up here, and try and basically get some more captives? Are we going down to the Coliseum
keep-
after the Blade Master? What are we doing?
I said we keep sneaking,
Plan west.
go west, and I'd rather be quiet coming in than running out if I had to. What do you think, Odo?
I'd rather go in quiet.
I would say keep in mind at this point we need both stealth and speed. We've taken out some of their guards. We have trapped some of their sharks. Very soon, someone is going to notice something is up, and then the alarm will be sounded. Once that happens, then we'll need to be fast to avoid getting surrounded. So we are on a very, very short time here.
Mal spreads his arms wide. All right, cast away.
Done.
All right, guys, give me 30 feet at least.
Lead the way.
Now I'll creep up to the corner.
Gary will stay quiet about 10 feet behind Mel.
So Mal's not invisible, correct?
No.
Okay.
In fact,
Then,
maybe Gary should even go ahead of Mal because he might not even be glanced at underwater.
Yeah, he looks down the hallway. He'll look back and forth, and look back up and point down to the west. And make this like a Jaws movement with his fingers.
I'll move with Thorin. If we get spotted, they'll see the both of us. They might assume that that's all there is. Just two large dudes.
how noisy is the Coliseum?
They seem to be pretty loud. You can actually hear weapons clanging and stuff down there.
And these two squares are still kind of silty looking.
As you can't see through. Oh, that's from your spell, you mean?
Yeah.
Or you can't see. Okay, good. Make sure it wasn't my issue with my lighting.
Oh no.
It's like, take a
Oh,
hit.
the map's screwed up again. It's translucent, but it's just looks like silt floating in the water.
So as you get to the corner, you can see that the sharks are still just at the very end of the hallway, about to round the corner.
And they're heading back. That they are moving away.
Yes.
Okay, he'll wait till they round the corner.
Okay. Well, let's move them back to then.
So he'll move his move. Oh, actually, he's got 40 movement. And
Hey,
pay
Odo.
attention.
Hey, Odo. Oh, no, you there?
I was
you there, man?
not on push. I forgot I was not pushing to talk.
Oh. Would you mind putting on like a 30-foot aura of some kind?
Oh, if we can. How did we figure we had to do that?
Oh, that's right. We can't do that.
I'll figure it out. I think I just have to turn off the max hit point thing,
Yes.
and then we can do 30 light. Yeah, because my stupid health is messing with. Except for that's an annoying P, so I'm gonna change that.
What are you guys doing back there?
This water is yellow.
Yeah, I think you've got to be within 30 feet of Odo to get the benefit of that, Mal, unless
There we
you're
go.
Yeah.
rolling.
Yeah. That's what he was talking about. You guys stay at 30 feet back.
That's better.
They'll kind of wave Odo up.
Oh, that's where you are.
Mal will point to the hallway and make a quick swimming motion.
Now's not the time for a swim. Keep going.
This is cheer sound.
Oh, bloodthirsty.
There we go.
Cool.
A bit of silence down at the end of from the end after that cheer.
All right, Mal will stop right here. Move over to the side and point to the archway. Make the jaw symbol.
The archway on our right.
Yep.
Oh, I see the stairs just beyond.
He'll muddy the water a little bit and head up. He'll wave Odo up.
Alright, do we need to do anything special to get past the sharks?
Yeah, make some stealth checks. With all your amazing bonuses.
Do we have the +10 currently?
Yeah, if you're inside
Mhm.
that circle. Can you see that circle, or did I make it too dark?
I can't see it.
Oh, you're... Okay. Change it. Looks great on my screen, but didn't help anybody else.
I can see it.
Okay, I'm gonna
Looks
change
fine to me.
I think a pale white circle.
I'm gonna change it to a pale.
Yeah, move one square upward here and you'll be in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's real faint, but you can slightly see it. Ah, there you go. It's a little better.
Green for the work.
I got a 20 total for Thorn.
I had a 15.
I've got a 28.
Okay, so don't move forward until we get everybody's rolls, and we'll find out how that worked out.
18 total.
Warden.
I'm getting too lucky with these stealth rolls. I'm gonna fall flat on my face soon. I can feel it.
Mal glare daggers back at you, Orden.
As we're just going along, and his armor happens to scrape along the edge of the wall or something along, it makes this horrendous sound of chalk on a chalkboard type of thing. And let's roll initiative.
Gordon looks at the wall as though offended. Betrayed.
Remember to highlight your character.
Thank you.
I rolled a 2.
I rolled a 1.
luckily they rolled low too.
I had a 4 this time. I mean, we're moving in the right direction from a 1.
But hey, now there's less sharks at least.
Yeah. Well, at least I get to spy the shark.
Did Ord ever tell you the time he got swallowed by a frog?
Yeah, I think I read the story. It was called
Yeah.
Moby Dick or something.
It was worked along those lines.
Yeah, it's actually kind of fun if you have a familiar, you can get out of that with Misty Step.
Mm-hmm.
Not at first level.
Oh yeah, true.
Or do you sound thrilled?
Oh, it was fantastic. Clangendon was very proud that day.
All right. Is everybody on the board? Missing anybody? Let's put it in order. So Nasir, you're top of the round. Believe it or not, you're actually the highest initiative of everybody.
Okay. Shoot. All right, then I guess we're gonna. All right, gonna make things difficult for the sharks. So we're gonna basically use a silent image to basically to make a ink cloud covering the hallway.
Okay. How big is that ink cloud?
That's by 50. It's 15 by 15. But basically, it basically covers that little box there.
Right about there. Where do you want to put it?
Yep.
This area right there?
Yep. Right. Can you see my box?
Oh, no idea. Let me see. Closer. Got it.
Yep. So basically, just gonna fill the hallway closest to us. So once they come out into the hallway, they'll be essentially surrounded. So they have to go through blind if they want to come at us.
Okay, so the cloud goes up. Poof. What do you want to do with your whisper? You want to do anything else? You want to move?
Yep. I'm getting behind the heavily armored people.
That's where you're moving to. Okay.
All right. The wisp is going to actually go here and go here and just simply hide and observe, just to make sure, just to see if we drew any attention with the sounds of combat so close. And wisp is done.
Okay, we'll move about 15 feet. Make it 20 that way and take the dodge action.
All right.
So one thing to remember is currently basically all of us are hidden except for Orden.
Oh, that is true. And they're gonna come out this hallway right in front of us, right? Or right to the right of me. All right. So Thorn's gonna move up another 15 feet and get on the other side of the hallway and hold his action until something comes out of it.
Okay.
What are you holding?
Just the I guess the sword. If anything comes out of the that ink, he's just gonna swing.
And I believe there's a disadvantage with swords in the water.
I have because I have movement speed underwater that counteracts that. Yeah.
Cool. Oops, I just moved you by mistake. I hit the wrong button. Are you?
That's okay. Yes, sir. That's okay.
Okay. Don't touch the arrow. My finger's getting twitchy. All right, Orden.
Gonna move up 15 feet to there. And if he was willing and he was kind of pushing against Odo, could he like put him back 5 feet, give him a little protection from whatever comes out of there?
Sure. If Odo wants to be pushed 5 feet.
I won't argue.
I think the seer's going the wrong way.
He'll put himself right
It's like,
there.
hey!
in kind of a defensive posture, but then he'll ready a firebolt for whatever comes through the ink. I should rephrase that. He will ready a firebolt for the first shark that he sees come through the ink.
Okay. What is Odo gonna do now? You've just been pushed back by the gnome.
I will ready a javelin for when the sharks arrive.
The irony of
When
that
they
is
come-
funny. The
when they
little
get-
gnome is pushing the big orc back to
Protect yourself behind me.
It's great.
getting manhandled by a toddler. Nice. I'm not
Right.
Mal. I'm a little bigger than that. I'm like a young tween.
Big enough to
Is
fit
that-
inside a frog's mouth.
You're like a 10 or 12-year-old, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah, all right, elementary schooler.
Move 8. Let's see how far he goes. 1, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Rakir. Nothing emerges from the darkness yet.
It emerges? I can't
Nothing
see.
emerges from the darkness yet.
This is the entrance, right?
It is, but it's been filled with ink.
I see. I'm just gonna wait then at it. Sword
Okay.
at the ready.
And you have underwater swim abilities and everything as well?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to hit next and we'll move on. Mal, bringing up the bottom of the round almost. What do you want to do?
Waved to Nasir. Up here. He'll move up a little bit so he can get a good shot. Yep. All right. First thing that comes out, he'll take a shot, a shot at it with his crossbow.
Okay. Anything else?
He'll try and hide.
Okay. Not much to hide there, but unless someone's looking straight at you. I'll let you
Actually,
go.
He'll
Hide
just
behind
he'll,
Gary.
so, he'll just hide right behind Odo.
There you go.
Halflings can do that.
Yep.
Do your boots let you stand on any surface?
Yeah, he can walk up the walls. Of course, all
Like-
of you guys can right now. If you're just...
Like, could he like just like outside of water? Could he just like stand on the back of like Thorn or like Rakir,
Yeah,
like directly behind him?
I think that would work.
that's his favorite spot.
All
Master
right.
Blaster.
Who runs Barter Town? All right, moving on.
Oh, who runs Saltmarsh?
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on, you. Move along. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, come on, a little further.
Okay, Nasir.
I can't really ready an attack without actually dropping my current one, can I?
Oh, because you have to cast it. That's right.
Because readying actions requires concentration, which would break my current spell.
Yeah, and each one's casting a spell. Basically, they're just hanging there waiting.
All right, dude. Am I hearing the sharks like swimming closer at least?
Yes, they are coming. It's just they had a ways to go.
Okay, gotcha. All right, I wasn't sure if I need to like lure them out or anything.
No, you can tell that they're coming. You can hear them splashing through.
All right. Shit.
This is like that last fight with where everybody was. They had to wait for the damn ogres to run down the hallway, type of thing.
Yeah, pretty much. All right.
And then we just said screw it at the end and charged
Yeah,
down.
we get tired of waiting.
Ordinal beckon to Nasir. Come on, quick! Get halfway up the hall.
Yeah. I guess Nasir will dash and swim into position, and then he's done.
Yeah, it's 10 feet hallway, so you could swim over the top of people here.
Oh shit! I'm at half movement speed, huh? I didn't even think about that.
You don't have a swim speed?
No.
Okay. Yeah, because everybody else has like magic items or letting them swim and stuff. Okay, so next time you get to move 20 feet.
15.
Oh, nice.
30 is my cap.
Oh. Just swimming slowly down the hallway.
I just imagine him paddling furiously, but only moving really slow.
Exactly.
He'd honestly move faster if one of the guys with the cloaks just drug him along.
Exactly.
Hold him tight.
All right. Where'd Gary go? What's he up doing?
He's not doing a whole lot of shit right now. He'll just
You want to pocket dimension him, or?
swim up to the top. No, because then I'd have to waste a action
Yes.
or bonus action to bring him back. He'll just stay up near the top, right there, and try to be inconspicuous. He'll take the dodge action.
Okay. Thorin.
Alright, Thorn's just gonna hold his action one more time, as much as he wants to just rush in there. So he's gonna sit there and take a pose and just have his sword ready in his hand.
Okay.
Can you, when you hold, do you hold, like, if I can make 2 attacks, custom? I can only make 1.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes.
If you stand there, then no matter whether it comes here or here, you'll be able to hit it. Right now, where you're standing, you can only hit it if it comes out of the hallway right there.
Alright,
Leaves a space to the weaker people in the back, though.
that is true. And another question,
But you also have sentinel to stop them.
yeah, that's true.
It's true.
So when you hold your action, do you hold both your attacks, or only make 1 attack?
1. Extra
Alright.
extra attack is only on your turn, unfortunately.
Anything else?
So are you going to basically try swimming into the murk?
Yeah. I mean, I have 60 feet. I can swim in there, make 2 attacks, and swim back out.
You'll be at disadvantage from the darkness.
Well, are you going to do it or no?
I could burn a fighting spirit. No, I was gonna wait. Thorn's gonna hold his action and move over as well, though.
Because you do know that Nasir can drop that at an instant.
We'll hit into turn when you're done.
For now, he'll just let him get in here farther.
We're gonna move 5 feet that way and continue holding a firebolt for the first shark that comes through the darkness.
Jeez, I could have built a ice wall by now.
Could have just built something to block them in.
I mean,
We wouldn't even need magic. We could just.
you know what's really funny is because you're so small, you're like 3 feet tall. You can do a 5-foot square of ice. You can literally do the WoW ice block. And just basically make yourself basically a little block that seals you in if you wanted to.
Hide behind it.
Yeah, or hide in it.
Yeah.
This is pretty good.
I will
Alright.
stay where I am.
Okay.
And holding a javelin.
There it goes.
3, 4, and everybody can pop. The first shark pops out, and everybody slaughters it. Go for it.
Hey, I'm
Let's
Sharky.
Let's start from the top of the initiative roll. Go on down, because Nasir didn't have anything holding. The Wisp didn't. Gary didn't. Thorin did. Nice roll, Thorin.
It would be in that one.
It would be.
Yeah, so excited. Yes, finally! And just start swinging. God damn it.
Wait, don't you still have advantage? Because you guys are still hidden. I'm the only one that's not hidden.
That's up, James.
Not hidden.
I mean, I'm right there. I'm right there in his sight.
What about Rakir? Or Rakir?
Yeah, I'm here. We were going by initiative order, so I was just waiting.
Is it
Okay.
flanking?
It will be. Oh yeah, you can get flanking. I see what he's saying. Yes, you can get flanking, Thorin. So you will hit with
Six.
16 misses.
Damn.
It hits you. The sword whacks off of his shell plate and slides off of him without doing any damage. He's got some thick armor all over this giant shark, which is covered with plates of something. All right, and after Thorin then is Orden. I think you had a little. There you go.
Fucking fire too, so I have that again probably unless they're sensitive to it.
So that's what, 2 damage?
I also don't think it's giving me the right. It's not giving me the right spell attack bonus. That should be. I don't know if it'll matter, but that should be a 19.
It's 4 for int, 3 for prof, and then an additional 2 for spell attack. What's that?
Yep.
What's that extra 2 from?
Staff of Power.
Oh, so that's correct, isn't it?
No, it was giving me a plus 10 earlier before I started screwing around. Because I think my base is plus 8. Should be.
Well, the 18 did hit, and you can figure it out in between if you want. But it did hit. And is there a written rule that says fire spells do reduce damage underwater?
Yep,
Yeah.
underwater.
Yeah, if you're fully submerged, yeah.
Makes sense. Okay. Anything else you wanted? Oh, that was your spell. You really didn't do anything else. Next is Odo.
A 13 won't hit.
No, it will not.
Were we still
Alright.
going in initiative order for this?
Did I skip someone? I didn't see you. Where are you?
Oh, I
on the
was-
initiative?
It
Yeah,
was
Yeah,
the
I'm
held
on the
actions we're
initiative.
doing. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
we're
held
doing the-
actions we're doing right now.
yeah.
Okay, got it.
And I think you have a held action as well from last round.
Yeah, I do.
And a 13 misses. And all the way back to the top. All right, so now we get to Rakir. Held action. That'll hit.
It is 8 slashing.
Nice. Okay, another 8 points on this big guy. And then it's your turn, Rakir.
Alright, well. You know what? That seems like a good plan.
Alright. So everybody hacks away at this thing. You get the last slash, you swing around again. The first one bounces off its plate. The second one sinks in through its open mouth, jabbing up into it. Go ahead and roll your damage. Nice.
Bleed.
Nearly killing it. Blood filling the water everywhere around it.
Oh, we're gonna have to clean that up later.
You want to do anything else?
Nope.
No, we're not.
That's it.
Malatherum.
He'll pop up, take a shot. Haha!
Miss.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh, goes wide.
All right, he'll use his second.
Boom, that one sinks in.
All right. He'll use a sneak attack on that. Oh wait, can he choose which one he uses a sneak attack on?
you get it once per round.
Okay, so he'll use a sneak attack on that one.
Good
Me
lord.
too.
Yeah, that's
Finishes the
stuff.
shark off.
He'll kind of crouch back down, not actually hiding, but crouch down.
Behind Orden, no, behind the orc.
Yeah.
Okay. Two, 5, 6, 7, 8. Deck shark. 1, 2, 3. Another shark burst out of the darkness, out of the ink cloud, in front of Thorin. I guess it's gonna snap at you since you're right in front of him.
Alright.
Takes a double snap at you. Snap, snap. Misses in the first one badly, widely. Second one clinks off your armor. Oop, don't ignore that one.
Alright.
Nasir, where are you on this map?
Right there.
I see little things. I shark's numbers are above you.
All right, and yeah, wouldn't really be beneficial to do anything besides just straight up attacking at this point. So, just, get up over. Actually, don't need to get up over Warden. He's short.
Let's just 10 feet high. You can swim up a little bit.
All right, so miss.
Bounces off the armor on the second one. First one misses completely.
All right, Gary.
No, he's not an owl. I could get up there and give you advantage on your attack, but then I'd be literally on top of the guy.
It's alright, I have advantage right now. Where he's flanking in the moment, so. Wait, no, that one's not yet flanked. That one's not
No,
flanked.
that one's not.
Got it.
It'll be fine.
Either way, he's gonna have to stay
Ouch.
where he's at. Just take the dodge action. I'd rather not lose him already.
Yeah, he doesn't have the owl's ability to zip in and out.
Right. Then we've just took an hour rest. It'd take me another hour rest to recall him if we lose him. So I'd rather keep him for other shit.
Hey, Thorin.
Alright, Thorn is going to burn one fighting spirit this turn and attack twice.
These sharks must be too small a token. They can't be 5 feet. How big are they? Oh, they're medium. Okay. Hit. So is that 14?
20s.
11?
Yeah, 26 altogether.
Nice.
Or 25, 25.
Goes flying into it. The first one cuts deeply into it. The second one almost disembowels it as it's snapping around at you.
Alright, then that's my turn. I'm going to push the button.
Still alive though?
Just barely.
Warden smacks his staff against the ground, and you see if it'll stop lagging. Oops. Oh yeah, rolling separately for all three. You see three little. All 3 points. Magic missiles pop out and hit the guy, the shark that's hurt but up.
First one pierces into it. You see the little sizzle go up in the air. The second one slams into it. It turns its head over towards you as it gets his attention. Starts swimming that way, and the third one goes right down his throat and kills it.
Nice.
Anybody hungry? Your shark is tough.
Jeez, it's still standing.
There, it turns it into a dude. Yeah, that's supposed to be a shark. Forgot about my macro.
Holy shit.
It turns back into it's a were-shark.
Oh no.
What have we done? This place is a lot more sinister than I thought it was.
Hey, Oda, what would you like to do for your...
Since there are no more living sharks, I guess I will hold another javelin attack.
Okay. Well, then you get to do your another javelin attack as the other shark rolls out on its turn. Oh no, that's the dead shark. Take it back. I should take it off the board. Hold that javelin attack. Rakir, what would you like to do? I can't get darn shark. There's too many bodies in the...
Well, I'm just gonna. I don't really see another shark, so I'm
Not
just
yet.
gonna move up here. Yeah, just gonna move up there. That'll be it.
Okay. You want a ready attack or anything at all?
No, I mean I'm not so paranoid that I think a shark will just come out of this. It's another shark.
Okay. And Mal.
Mal, yeah, he'll take 2 steps back and look up the stairwell.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Now look what's up the stairwell in a sec here. Finally, the last shark burst out of there.
Holy shit, shark.
They like Thorin. He just looks like bait.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I look like metal, so.
Yeah, so does he, but yeah, I guess parts of him looks like bait. It's a dragon. Snap! Misses. Snap! Miss. Definitely misses. Odo gets his little...
Yeah.
18.
18 will hit. Just barely.
For a whopping 6 points.
You only get your swarm stuff on your turn, right?
Yes.
Aw.
Okay. Nasir.
All right. A lot of action there.
Nice.
Jeez.
So 18 necrotic.
Nice. Blasting into it over and over again. Not dead, but nearly dead. As parts of it are sizzling away in the water.
Gary will shoot up this time, and squirt just a little thing of ink around its head to try to distract the shark and provide the help action.
Okay. Oh, you made me ink. We move on. So you always tell people have kids when they can actually quote Nemo.
Yeah.
All right, Thorin.
Make 2 attacks, and so the first one hits.
Nice.
Perfect.
Alright, 11 damage. Alright, hell yeah. Thank God.
Maybe we should clear the hallway.
You mean remove the corpses? That's probably...
Drag him back in the room.
Has Willie noticed anything from down below? I'm assuming not, since you didn't say anything.
No. And now all you can see up above is a hallway.
Okay.
We'll send Gary the octopus into this room and look through his eyes, sir. What are these? Are they benches or boxes?
They are boxes. This room is some sort of storeroom. There's rope and various types of equipment in here. There's stuff just sort of haphazardly thrown against the wall. The south wall, there's like ropes and hides lashed up, heaps of nails, stuff. It's things that normally wouldn't be underwater. The north wall has a couple of rows of racks, one above the other, and they have some war hammers and daggers and weapons on it. And then on the floor are 3 open coffers. East wall has a bunch of racks of spears and stuff all laid out nice and orderly. Looks like that's maybe something they use.
Orden will pass that info along and follow it up with I wonder if there's any way we could sabotage some of this. And do the coffers appear to have coin in them?
No, they're open. They have mostly just like nails and stuff in it.
Gotcha.
Hooks, buckles.
So, actually,
Agreed, and let's move these sharks, though.
yes. While you do
Don't know.
while you do that, I have something to do. Keep watch over me.
You're gonna keep concentrating on your ink.
Nope, it's gone bye-bye. But I will send my invisible wisp down to the south, and I want to try and figure out which one of these is a blade master.
Oh, of the big guys in the room down below?
Yeah, so the blade master is in the Coliseum, so I want to figure out which one of these is the blade master.
Hey,
Let's do
Thorin would love.
an
Go ahead, Orden. Sorry.
Just go box to box and make sure there's nothing that would be particularly useful to us and or a way that we could easily sabotage.
That's just what I was gonna say as well. Thorn would love to fire away out to sabotage them in some way.
Okay, now there's a lot of weapons. It may take some time. There's like 48 warhammers, 84 spears, 70 tridents.
Can we just shove it all in the bag of holding and call it a day?
You might break your bag of holding.
What is there that we could suppose? Is there food stuff in here?
No.
The best
rope,
way would be if we
hides,
were
nails.
the best way if we were to get rid of all of this would either be if we could destroy them here, or cast them out to sea.
How could we destroy these quickly and easily, Nasir? What do you have in mind?
I could use a spell, but again, that would mean no more magic for me.
Would if it's the spell I'm thinking, wouldn't that also be pretty loud?
Yes, technically.
Yeah, and I mean I could fireball them, but technically rules is written. I don't think it impacts
Yeah,
objects in the environment.
Oh,
Or does
but
it?
well, actually, Oh, yeah, out of game. Firebolt can target objects.
Right, but I mean it'd be an individual firebolt for each weapon.
Yeah, it would take an
Which
awful long time.
Yeah. I'll sit here and ponder this while everybody does what they're doing. Put my head together with Thorin.
if we weren't underwater, this would be so much easier. We could just melt them.
I'd like to take the time to put a little notch in the end of the wooden haft of all these spears, so the first thing they stab with them will also be the last thing they stab with them. But I don't think we have that kind of time.
No, we definitely have a limited time. They're going to discover that what we've done so far eventually. So
Yeah.
Okay, well I
And
guess
our
that case.
quiet's going to run out soon.
so
I guess the Thorn was to say he's start kind of snapping some spears and like easy stuff he can break. He knows he can't break the metal very easily, but
Well,
Okay.
I've got these things have boxes, right, James?
Yes.
Well, we
Thorin,
might
go
be
ahead and
able
make a
to.
perception check too while you're in the room.
all right.
Yeah, and Orden's gonna keep checking the boxes, see if there's anything useful.
We might just be able to take. I mean, if you're strong enough, you might just be able to take some of these boxes just out with you.
yeah, but then we need to haul them behind us the entire way through this thing while we're stealthing through.
He had a 15 on the perception.
Okay. So what do you guys
We've
want
got
to do with here? Who's staying out in the hallway too?
Mal's out keeping watch.
Look, I did ask basically if my wisp was able to figure out which one is the Blade Master in the Coliseum.
Yes. Oh, I thought I pinged him and I changed his color and everything. He's the one that has an aura now.
Sahuagin Blade Master. All right, so
Yeah.
all right, so can I basically just get a good solid look at him before?
Yeah, go ahead. Yes, and Gordon, go ahead and make a perception check as well, same as Mal. Since you're out in the hallway.
All right, well, then I'll
Orden's
summon
not in the hallway.
No,
Alright.
it's just coincidental. Gordon,
Oh.
Okay, thank you.
Well, my passive is 11, so I beat that by 1.
Good job.
Is there
Okay.
anything fun in any of these boxes?
No, there's nothing that you spot in any of these boxes besides just more of the same.
Well, if there's stuff that I can quickly, like the rope, I can just put random cuts in,
Okay.
things like that. He'll do what he can in the couple minutes while we're waiting for everybody to do their thing.
once Wisp gets back, then I will disguise self myself to look like the Blade Master.
Okay. Alright, anybody else have anything they want to do?
Gordon
Otherwise,
will
I think
take-
that's a good place to break it for tonight.
Orden will also take note of
That'll
what
work.
the Blade Master looks like, just in case he needs to mimic him at any point.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can steadiness here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll turn around, strike a pose.
You strike a gallant Sahuagin pose there, Silver Tongue.
Yes, I could not. It's too loud. Could not get a good sense of what he sounds like, but we cannot speak the language anyway.
So we will break at that point. You are. We have the large room that you're in now. There's the group of 60 odd some down there. There's a staircase going up that Mal noticed that you just north of you, and we will call it there for the night.
All right.
Sounds good. Thanks for hosting, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll see you on. Oh, I don't have to cancel any games because of move, because they got moved off to the week in July that we don't game anyway. So, perfect.
Are you talking for
Okay.
Sunday or for this game?
No, for this game, because I was gonna
Oh,
have to
got it.
cancel the one at Memorial Day weekend because I thought we were gonna be moving, but now we're
Got
not.
it.
We're not gonna be moving until the 4th of July week, and we don't game that week anyways.
Perfect.
Sweet.
So yeah, Sundays I might be able to come back once I get a few more things done here.
That's all right, man. We'll be there.
Okay.
Very
Well,
cool.
thank you, everybody.
Yeah,
That
thank
was a
you. That
very
was
fun
great.
game, guys.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was,
Good to
I
talk
like
to you
that.
guys. Get to
I'm glad we got past our technical issues and got everybody going.
Yep.
Hopefully you get a new power cord for your laptop.
Yeah, I'm just shopping around.